going on, guys? We got a new podcast here. We don't have a name yet. If you guys think of a name, we'd appreciate it in the comments. We're a fantasy baseball podcast, just so you know. And I'm going to do a little introduction about myself and my background in fantasy baseball and baseball in general. I've been playing fantasy baseball for over 5 years now, and my favorite baseball team is the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm going to send it off to John. He's going to introduce himself.
What up? By now, y'all know me. Well, probably you wouldn't know it yet. This is episode 1. But basically, I'm the commissioner of this league. I live and breathe baseball, literally. I have the thing tattooed on my damn leg for the Red Sox because I live and breathe them as well. Been playing fantasy baseball for as long as I can remember. I think I started when I was like 13 years old. I'm now 31 and not good at math. So like 20 years? No. What is that, 18 years, something?
Yeah, a long time.
Long enough to give some advice to some people that don't know what they're doing. What about you, Aaron?
What's going on? Name's Aaron. My favorite teams are obviously Toronto Blue Jays because I used to live in Toronto. So you're kind of forced to be a fan of the Toronto Blue Jays. And the Colorado Rockies. Nolan Arenado is my favorite player, so I like watching them too. Other than that, go right ahead, Adam.
All right, well, I'm going to explain our league settings here. We play 5x5 standard, which means we have 5 batting categories and 5 pitching categories. Those categories are as follows for batters: runs, home runs, runs batted in, RBI, stolen bases, and batting average. For pitchers, we have wins, saves, strikeouts, ERA, and WHIP, which is walks plus hits divided by innings pitched. We have the roster positions. We have 1 catcher, 1 first baseman, 1 second baseman, 1 third baseman, 1 shortstop, 3 outfielders, 2 utility, and then we have 3 starting pitchers, 2 relief pitchers, 4 pitchers that you can have either relief or starting, and then we have a bench of 6 players, 2 DL spots, and then 1 NA spot for up-and-comers that are down in the minors at the moment. So to start the podcast off, we are going to be explaining a couple of draft picks that we did and did not like in the draft. I'm going to send that off to John. What were your couple picks you liked or did not like during the draft, John?
Well, first of all, I feel like a draft, which happens a lot after a draft. Everybody loves their
Very
team.
rare.
Are you like your team after?
No,
Are you being
to like
sarcastic?
your entire.
No, my team name is under construction. Under construction for a reason, man. I'll be making moves like mad. Which is kind of why I loaded up on pitching, actually. Pick is Trevor Bauer. He somehow fell to me into, let me see here. Had to be the late 3rd round.
Yeah, you got him in the 3rd round.
3rd round,
46.
36 overall, which to me is absolutely dynamite in a 16-team league where half the best pitchers are gone in the 1st round. You know what I mean? Like, what did Scherzer go? 3rd overall? Overall.
Yeah.
Jay.
Right,
For me, getting Bauer in the 3rd, the top 5 pitcher this year, incredible.
yeah, that was pretty nuts.
Who's your favorite pick, Aaron?
There's got to be some you don't like.
Who, me? Oh,
Yeah.
man. Well, I already dropped Elijah. I should have grabbed Sheffield, Justice Sheffield.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did.
I'll probably say him then. He's my least favorite pick on my team. Actually, no. Screw that. Jason Kipnis.
Yeah, I mean,
I should not have taken him.
I think
I don't know
he's
who
hurt.
I missed, but I know I missed the sleeper.
I think Kipnis is hurt again.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And I already dropped him. I got my boy Brandon Lau. Not Low. Lau.
Wow. Cool.
Doesn't know how to pronounce his own last
I
name.
like the pronunciation on that one, though. So,
What's that guy? The Jays GM doesn't know how to pronounce his name.
who? Shapiro?
Exactly.
Shapiro.
Shapiro, come on.
Shapiro.
Is it Shapiro?
Yeah, I think so.
Whatever.
Whatever. What about you, Aaron?
To be honest, when this came to my first pick, I threw whatever strategy I had out the window completely because everybody I wanted was gone. So I ended up with Ronald Acuna, which I guess I'm gonna have to be happy with that pick. I don't have him in any other draft, so I guess it'd be kind of neat to watch him this year. But every other pick, anybody that I wanted went. So I ended up drafting guys who get kind of like the same amount of steals as they do home runs. Like, I mean, I know Will Myers gets more home runs and steals, but he's, my second outfielder.
You want a 2020 guy, is what you're saying.
I got Whit Merrifield's my first baseman. That's kind of gross, but I mean, he's pretty good. He's not your ideal first baseman, right? He's more your ideal second baseman, but I couldn't do anything about the way our draft went.
Yeah, generally you want power
Justin
up.
Turner has realistically has nothing to do with this team because everybody else steals and he doesn't. He was kind of a panic pick. So I guess as much as I really like Justin Turner, the fact that he's a good, like he hits the ball well for my team, that was not the greatest pick. Going down to my pitchers, I guess the only other pick that I really like is Carrasco. I mean, he's also a not injury risk, but in the last 2 years he seemed to go on the DL at least once. And other than that, no, I don't really like my team, so I'm gonna have to see how that turns out. I'm gonna have to play my team the way it is. Just pick up guys that steal and hit the ball, and maybe they'll connect a couple of times.
Yeah,
Sounds
good hitters. Basically, right? Just good hitters.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Turner's a great hitter, but I probably would like to trade him for somebody who gets a little bit less, maybe stats and a couple more steals. I don't know. I have to see where I go with that guy.
Yeah, you saw the intro when you put him on the block. Everybody wanted him.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I can't just throw him away. But like, ideally, I want to get rid of my second utility guy because I really do not like Starlin Castro. Yeah, he's fine if you don't have a second baseman, but I just don't like him. I'd rather have Whit Merrifield as my second baseman, Brian Dozier as my other utility guy, and then find a first baseman to slot him in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on, Adam.
All right. Well, my team's name is Who's Your Vladdy, and my favorite pick that I made throughout the draft was Joey Gallo. He kind of solidified my strategy that I'll explain later. And yeah, once I got him, I feel like I got him at a decent spot. Pick 108. It's pretty much where he gets drafted usually.
What's the strategy? Dump skill?
It's just slug balls, man. We're slugging. The Joey Gallo strategy. And yeah, he's people kind of fanned on him because he had a little groin strain. So I think that's what allowed me to get him at 108.
A sickness called the Mendoza line too.
Yeah.
Do you know he's never batted?
And the pick that I didn't like that I made during the draft was probably Dylan Bundy. I don't know how good he's going to do this year, but I kind of got a little lost when I hit
He's been rocked, man. 2 years ago, he had a great year.
Yeah, he had one good year 2 years ago. I remember picking him up a lot back then, and
fell off.
Yeah, now he just fell off.
Just
like his team, the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah. His team was like, his ERA was like a 12 this spring at one point, I believe.
Yeah,
you could come up and have a good fastball, get away with it for a little while. As soon as people catch up, you have to have something else to mix in, or else you're toast. That's the thing with him. His secondary pitches are shit compared to his fastball. Fastball and rocket.
Yeah, like
he's up in the zone too. He doesn't stay down in the zone. He's always up.
Like, listen to this. He's allowed 14 runs and 22 hits in 11 2/3 innings.
Oh my god!
His Ks have gone up though. His Ks have gone up the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's probably thrown like a madman. But look at Robbie Ray, like the last 2 years. His Ks are nuts, but the guy's like free pass nation over there.
Yeah, his K's has gone up, but his ERA's going up too. So see how that works out for me. It's good if you're just trying to get a bunch of K's in there and just
Yeah.
forget about ERA and WHIP. But
Yeah, the problem with
the wins
drafting a
won't be there
Baltimore
for sure.
pitcher, yeah, I mean that and the fact that they play in a pretty decent hitters park, so it's kind of
Adam, over under 5 wins for Dylan Bundy.
I'd say
I
over.
say over. He's never
Are you
got.
serious?
He hasn't.
Yeah,
His
like if
last
that
3
means
years,
6,
he
then
got
that's
10, 13, and 8. So
yeah.
five,
I mean,
five,
even if you get
five
6,
could be
I'd
the
still,
next one for sure. I think
Like,
right at 5 maybe. But yeah, that could be a good number for sure.
I would
I'd
say
say
he
over. I'd say he
wins
gets
7.
6, 6 or
I say
7.
yeah,
Yeah,
7,
6 or 7.
7.
Yeah,
that's a lot of confidence in your over there.
yeah. He's on my bench, but whatever.
I mean,
I
hey,
don't
an
know.
over's an over. Could be
Still,
Oh,
fun.
whatever.
there
Those
isn't many
pitchers
decent pitchers left, so I don't. He's okay
streaming
guy,
at
but
5.
he's gonna blow my
Oh, at that
ERA.
point when you drafted him.
Yeah. Well, I drafted him like
Mm.
309. There's a
Oh
lot,
yeah,
lot
that's
of
late.
better
That's
like
pretty
younger
late.
pitchers there though, like Reynaldo Lopez
Yeah,
and
Sheffield.
yeah,
Sheffield would have been a better pick for you there with the NA spot.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I didn't draft an NA spot. I kind of forgot about that, so I had to pick up Brandon Rogers off the waivers.
The minute I realized that Jay could put Kimbrel on the NA is the minute I realized I fucked up on that pick. You know?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, in a way, I guess. I mean, it's kind of
On the
sick.
NA until
Yeah,
he
good.
signs. You know how
Kind of good. You
beautiful
could
that is?
stash him there.
You can just stash him until he signs and then drop whatever shithead he wants. And he's got an elite closer like that.
Yeah.
Just
I know it's pretty sweet.
me,
So, So
for
Adam,
me,
So
yeah, no, I was interested to hear what Adam's strategy was going into the draft.
oh, my strategy. I was gonna send
Mhm.
it off to John first, but yeah,
No,
I'll
that's a
explain.
great-
Well, you're still on your team. Let's just go talk about your team then.
All right. Well, my strategy was I really didn't have a strategy at the beginning, to be honest. Like we go back,
Hmm.
if we go back to the draft here, I was kind of just wondering what was going on. And
Were you
what type of
surprised to
pick
get
I was
the
gonna
draw?
get? Not kind of.
Yeah.
Not
Who'd you end
really.
up? Who?
I wanted to get Sale, but Tom picked him, so I ended up with DeGrom after. Was pretty happy with that
Yeah.
Mhm.
because I pretty much
Drum helmet.
yeah, and all the good batters I thought were gone at that point, so might as well start swinging for pitchers. And
Mhm.
I think I got a top 3 pitcher right there. And then the next
easy.
round, I didn't think Stan was going to fall
Maybe
to me. So
Yeah, you picked him right before I could. I was waiting for him.
yeah, I'm like, if Stan falls to me here, then yeah, I'm punting average, and we're just going to start trying to slug home runs, and that's how the
Well,
story
that's
started.
when you took Stanton was when I had to change my entire strategy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, your first couple of players pretty much dictate how your team's gonna be, kind of, I guess. Unless you pick like a 2020 guy, then you got a pretty balanced team. You know, get a guy like Mookie
Well, that's
or
what I tried to do, right?
any of those 2020 guys out there. Lindor, even friggin' Baez now, right?
Yeah. What a trade that was for you, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, those trades. We had some good trades.
can't-
You know what though? I don't like.
Uvalde.
No, I don't like vetoes.
Oh, I was never
No,
gonna
that's-
veto that.
Oh
I
no,
was-
No,
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 no!
I
We
was
weren't
just-
gonna yeah, vetoes are shitty. They have to be like really bad trades for our
In my
league to veto
opinion,
it.
well, okay, all right. I mean, that was pretty. Okay, let's be honest here.
Hey, boys.
Like Trout
Was
from
not the
Marquez.
greatest. Was not the greatest trade. But
Who?
if that guy, no, the Baez trade. I'm just saying, in my opinion, it's not the greatest trade for the other guy. But if that guy
Okay.
do that, fuck, let him do it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
We'll get into
Let 'em
that
screw-
trade. We'll get into that trade a little later, guys. Let's go.
No, I
what
just-
about
I just
your team strategies though? What about you, Aaron? What's your what was your
Well,
draft
mine got
strategy?
thrown out the window. So as soon as I picked, you picked Stanton, I decided to go with guy. Not obviously you can't be like him, but guys who hit for average, hit home runs, get some steals at the same time. Like, all right, I'll go through my team. Like, 'cause I can't pull up the projected stats. I don't know why.
Do you feel like Acuna is going to be like a 2020 guy?
Um, well, obviously he's going to hit 20 home runs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If he steals over 20 bases, that's kind of why I drafted him.
yeah. There you
So
go.
I'll hope for that one. Like last year, 433 at bats, he had 16 stolen bases. So if he can get 20 stolen bases in 550 at bats,
Do you
that's pretty
expect
good.
it to go up now that he's not leading off and is hitting cleanup though?
Not necessarily. No, I don't expect him to go up, but I expect him, like per his average, to make that number jump.
He kind of reminds me of Machado, to be honest.
Him, in a way, no. Machado, obviously, as everybody
When
saw
Manny came
in the
he was
postseason,
swiping
is
bag
way
guy.
lazier. Machado's way lazier.
Yeah, but when Manny first came in, he was not lazy.
Why the hell? It will not let me show projections for what
You
they
have to
have
go to remaining games projected.
remaining games. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right, perfect. So there we go. So then I think my next pick was Carlos Carrasco because I had to
Yeah.
pick a pitcher because all the pitchers were going. So I like pitching. Obviously, if there was a couple more pitchers I could have picked, but I like the fact that he'll get over 200K and he'll have over 200 innings pitched. Hopefully, usually that
I'm there with you,
equates
man.
for wins, right?
I have them everywhere.
So then I picked, and then I went Whit Merrifield. I won't go through the order, but like first base I have Whit Merrifield. They project him to have 38 stolen bases, 14 home runs. Then I got Brian Dozier, 14 stolen bases, 25 home runs. Segura, 22 stolen bases, 15 home runs. Kuna, 23 stolen bases, 30. Then Myers, 22, 24. Brandon Nimmo, 10 and 21. Then Willie Adames, 11, 14. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
Lane,
really going
14,
after stolen
17.
bases. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
If
I
it
might as
was
well, because guys like that are more prone to getting doubles and triples at the same time, right? Because they're
for
quick.
Chad's team, dude, I think you would lead the league in steals.
Mine?
If it
Yeah.
wasn't for
tried.
Chad's team, yeah, Chad got the best guy, for that strategy, which is Trey
Yeah,
Turner.
Trey Turner. Yeah.
he's like
And
I'm getting
Villar.
stolen bases.
Jonathan Villar got 62 steals, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
I could feel like crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Like here, my plan. I don't know. I'm planning on trying to trade a guy like Brian Dozier at one point. I'm hoping he starts off pretty good.
Bro, you're
'Cause I
only
need-
going to face Chad maybe twice a year max, so you don't have to worry
Me?
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
You'll
Like even a guy like Will
yeah, that'll be
Myers.
an interesting matchup. You versus Chad.
Will.
That'd be a
100%.
super interesting matchup to watch.
Yeah,
The battle of the teams with who's faster.
I gotta pay attention though. Like I didn't even start Strickland the first 2 games.
You can, man. You can.
Yeah, it's such a
I had
cool
Chapman on the bench in another league because of.
At least you
Shit,
didn't
yeah.
lose Matt Olson like I did.
Yeah, that's
That was
true.
terrible.
So
Yeah, that's horrible, man.
Yeah,
That's
that was terrible.
basically, other than Justin Turner and my last utility guy, which is never going to be the same, everybody else pretty much gets steals. So that's what I'm going for. Steals, bang. Home runs. I'm not going to just like beat the crap out of people with home runs, but I can compete. And then I feel that because of that, it'll lead to your runs and RBIs, and we'll have to see.
yeah.
You're kind of punting
RBI?
saves.
Saves? Oh,
Yeah,
always.
You're pretty much like
I-
screw
I
saves.
net-
I don't need
Like
relief
my
pitchers.
me and John have been talking about making a trade. I've just been so out of it lately, so I haven't been paying attention to it. So like, I drafted Ken Giles because everyone's. Yeah, I know. Ken Giles is there. He'll get saves. Somebody will want him. Hunter Strickland's there. He'll get saves. Somebody will want him. I always punt saves. I always go for the guys like Dylan Betances. Unfortunately, who I went for this year, his arm's kind of messed up right now.
How many
Yeah,
leagues
he's injured. Yeah,
Realistic-
injured for like a month or so.
Realistically, the difference between a closer in a league like ours and a regular relief pitcher is a save. They actually don't pitch as much most of the time. Like what was Ken Giles? He had 56 innings pitched last year. Betances had 65.
Yeah.
Right. Davinsky had 69. Guys like that, so they strike out a lot more. Their ERAs are generally lower,
Yeah.
right? Because they, you kind of try and pick the guys who are having good years, anyways. So if I can just punt saves and I can trade those guys for starting pitchers that will help me get the win category, help me get Ks, and maybe whip. I don't know about whip, but
Last year Doolittle had 45 innings pitched.
yeah, right. See what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
how many Ks?
And only 60K and 25
Right, so
saves.
Dylan
He was a beast. He was a
Dylan
beast.
Betances had 65 inning pitch and 112K.
You go.
So
I like the plan, man. I
I
like.
always go for that. I mean, the first time I went with that strategy was, I think, your league 2 or 3 years ago, and it put me in first place the entire year.
Of course.
Yeah,
And that was like we were testing it out then too, like, and you actually ran with it, and now people are like preaching it to everyone to do
I
it.
know, it's crazy.
Man, it's like a whole. I just can't even believe that more people don't do it, because if you don't get an upper echelon saves man, and somebody's sitting there with multiple like myself, and saves, if you have
Well, you
one
gotta pick
guy
up
on a
multiple.
shit team.
It doesn't matter what team they're on. You got to make sure that their job is secure. That's the only
Yeah.
thing about closers.
That's
You
big
never
too.
know. Right? And you got to be the guy who picks up that guy, like, I don't know, like I was saying, we're talking about bold predictions. One of my bold predictions is I think Jace Fry may take over the closer spot in Chicago. I could be freaking nuts because his command's a little bit off, but
Kelvin Herrera's there too, right?
yeah, I know. But how old's Kelvin Herrera? Jace Fry's like 25 years old.
Nate Jones, our boy. Nate Jones is me and one of Goldie's long time boys.
Nate Jones seems to be pretty good too. Yeah, I think he's up there, maybe second in line.
Yeah,
he's competing for sure.
I always wanted him in the box.
All right, boys. So this trade just went down in my fantasy baseball league on ESPN. I think it's pretty gross. Josh Donaldson and Teoscar Hernandez for Evan Longoria and Kenta Maeda.
I like it for the Donaldson guys getting Donaldson.
Yeah, I'd rather have Donaldson too.
Yeah, me too.
Nice
the guy's paying a lot just for like an okay pitcher.
Yeah,
Longoria,
I know, he'll hit a decent spot in San Francisco. I just trade for him as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Adam, you just got him, didn't you?
Yeah, I just got Longoria. I made a couple trades, three trades this week, and I actually following suit with Aaron over there. I traded both my relief pitchers, so I'm kind of punting saves as well.
It's a good move, honestly.
I just need to get rid of Giles.
They say the best thing in fantasy is to load up on your strengths and avoid your weaknesses. So if you're not going after saves, use your saves to load up on your strengths.
Oh yeah, big time.
Well, that's what I did in my basketball. Drafted and traded for the perfect team.
Yeah, well, we're not here to talk about basketball.
Yeah, I know. It's just I'm still soaking in my victory that's happening tonight.
In our semis right now, so I don't want to.
I'm in the finals and I'm like killing it right now.
I'm gonna be a force next year in that league. Now that I got a grasp on the sport.
Yeah. Speaking of basketball, so how's your team? What's your team strategy in baseball, John?
My team strategy. I loaded the hell up on the best arms early.
Yeah, I see that.
Because I didn't want
Bauer.
Verlander in the first.
1, 2, 3 pitchers. That's pretty crazy.
I wanted Jack Flaherty, and I stared at him like my whole pick, and then I went Votto at the last second, just because I think Votto's gonna have a huge bounce back year. But anyways, and also part of my strategy was to load up on runs, and Votto's going to be hitting at the top of a deadly Cincinnati lineup for 100 runs.
Minus Scooter Gannett for 3 months,
potentially.
potentially.
Be decent this year too.
Yeah,
solid batting average for sure. It's hard to
find
guys
that's the one thing
who can hit 300 too.
That was a huge part of my draft too, man. Was batting average. So I took guys like Votto, Michael Brantley, Adam Eaton. All these guys are going to hit 300, if not well over 300.
Yeah, but those last two names, make sure they don't hit the injury bug and sting you.
Well, I kind of have them covered a little bit because I have Wilmer Flores, who could play first. I have Brandon Belt, who could play first. And my stash, which is Nate Lowe, who I think could come up.
I thought you said it was Lau.
Yeah, Votto could be a steal, man. He hit 300.
That's Brandon Lau, bro. Brandon.
Whatever.
Lowe.
3 years, and then he had like one bad year last year.
Yeah.
Votto.
So yeah, he could be.
Votto's a pure
Decent
hitter. I
steal.
like him. I mean, it happens to guys sometimes. They get in a
Okay.
rut.
All right, you want to hear the pitching staff, boys? Here we
Sure.
go.
Yeah, let's hear it.
3 aces that will be starting every start. And to pair with them, I load saying ratios are huge. But like Aaron was also saying, you don't want a closer who's only going to come in and get 40 innings because he's not helping you when he's not closing. Like Brad Hand, who's going to get me 100K. Raziel Iglesias, they're talking about turning into sort of like a Josh Hader closer where he's going to get maybe 2 innings. So there's another 100K. Jordan Hicks, my boy, my sleeper, I'm trying to get him in every league. Literally just drafted him in another league I'm doing as we speak in ESPN. With another one of my boys, Alvarado, who, if you watch this kid pitch, is just,
On Tampa, yeah, he's pretty nasty.
man, he's pumping 97 from the left side with like a wipeout slider. Doesn't even need to be there because as the closer, people are going to be swinging.
I shall return. Give me like 2 minutes.
Like Kimbrel is one of those guys. He's so he does not even need to be in the zone because guys are going to chase it because it's going to be close enough that they have to swing. And Alvarado's kind of got Kimbrel shit, to be honest. Like he has a rising fastball from the left side, which if you've ever hit a baseball, but it's almost impossible to hit that, especially if he gets in on your hands. Like even Mookie Betts got jammed by this guy last year. That's my telling sign on a pitcher. If he can make my boy Mookie look bad, sign me up because Mookie is one of the best hitters that's ever walked the face of the earth. And if you can make him look bad, you obviously have some nasty shit. You know what I mean, Adam?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
So you're saying he can throw like a good high inside pitch? Supposedly that's
Well,
like the pitch that
that's what makes
Trout
him
has
good.
the biggest problem with. He was saying it's a high inside pitch.
And from the left side at 97, good luck. Like,
Yeah, 97. Yeah,
dude, he
yeah, good
hides
luck
it.
indeed.
Like, he hides it.
Yeah, you got some
Um,
solid pitching for sure.
So my bats even, I love my bats because I can do so much with them. I literally can go in any approach that I want to go. If I want to go after power, I just need to add maybe 2 power bats and all of a sudden I have a really powerful team.
If you're willing to trade me a guy with average,
So my, well, Joey Votto, yo.
Who would you
So,
say?
Adam,
Who would you say
we'll
is your
talk about
top
trade
3
after.
bats?
Top 3 bats, well, number
Obviously
1,
Votto.
Votto for sure. Then Seager, I think maybe neck and neck with him. And then it's going to be a battle between Devers and Brantley.
You don't have Otani up there? You don't think Otani?
Oh, because he's going to miss a month.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was
And
good
best
last year,
batter,
Otani. But yeah, he's gonna.
I
miss
love
a bit.
him.
I think he's up
That's
there
about
too.
it. He's fearless at the plate, and he just, I don't know. I love his swing. He's kind of a little long. However,
yeah, it's really long.
If you could shorten it up a little bit, maybe the average goes up a bit.
His average isn't bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. But that's why I like him because there's so much potential with his bat. Just a little bit of tweakage here and there, and all of a sudden he's a 300 hitter, 25 bombs. You know, like 80 maybe steals. But there's the strategy right there. I threw steals. I tried my hardest not to draft literally anyone that steals. I ended up with Meadows.
Speed, really.
Value. He was good value, and I think he's gonna have a good year. But I'm trying to move him.
Yeah, your
I
team's
know.
gonna get on base for sure. You got a great batting average.
High average, score runs, and we'll see how we.
Maybe the best in the league. Maybe. Close.
Hey,
We fight
we'll
for
see.
first, but we'll see. But it's good. You got a solid batting average all the way down. You don't really have anybody who really like hits on it hard. Or, like,
I think they're being hard on Devers. I think Devers is going to be a 270 hitter. Maybe not this year. He'll be between 260 and 270, but
Yeah,
he'll be around.
yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I agree with you, man.
Yeah, like I said, Eaton, Brantley, Votto, you know for
Yeah,
sure,
sure.
well over 300.
Yeah, and anything can
Seager's
happen.
gonna
You
be
know, if they get
290.
on base, you know, they get some runs, maybe get some RBIs.
Well, one of my big sleepers is actually Wilmer Flores.
What do you think?
About this guy. Me and Aaron were talking about swings earlier and guys that just look like baseball players. Well, hey man, he just looks like a player to me. and now he's finally
Who you
getting
talking
everything. So
Yeah.
we'll see. And I mean, whatever. I drafted him so late. Like,
So John, what team? Any other teams that you think are pretty good
Honestly, I haven't even looked at other teams either.
other than your
oh,
own?
really? Well, okay. I
Any
feel like we
other
need to talk. We
competitors
need to talk about.
you're worried about?
Let's talk about Jay's team. All right. The elephant in the room here.
Whose team?
Queensberry Arms. Go to his team. All right.
All right, where are we?
Queensberry.
This guy is one of the hardest players to ever play against because he knows his shit and he's good on the wire too. So not only does he stick with his draft, guys off the wire all year. He's really before he even drafts, he's someone you have to watch. He's one of those type of players.
Ah,
Yeah, exactly. Like I played him in the finals last year. You know what I mean? Like
Let's check
this
the
is the
draft
guy
right
to
here.
watch for me anyways because he was number 2. So if I'm number 1, I have to watch my back, and he's the guy I have to watch the most, I think. Just because I
think
did
his
play him.
sleeper pick on his team is Jorge Polanco.
Polanco? Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
I love him, man. It's a great pick.
Let's
But
check
no,
his
look
team.
at what he did here. So right off the bat, he grabbed Scherzer, which, in my opinion, if you're not going to grab a bat, why not get the best arm that's there? Okay, so then his
All right,
pitching
I guess
staff, no matter
Scherzer's
where
the
he
best.
goes at that point, is already set. Let alone throw in Clayton Kershaw and Severino, who are rehabbing, which great gamble because you got Scherzer, so who cares? Another gamble with Chris Paddock, who could be as good as Severino, in my opinion. He won't get that many innings, I don't think, this year. I think last year in the minors, he threw less than 40 innings, and he hasn't even gotten to AAA yet. If he threw over 150 innings, I would be completely shocked. That's why in a league like this, I didn't want to touch him because playoffs are going to be brutal this year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's going to be so hard in the playoffs
Mhm.
with so many good teams. You know what?
Paddock was my big sleeper as well.
Oh yeah, I watched your draft, Adam. You got sniped on him.
Yeah, I did.
Paddock.
I think we all did. Like I hated my pick. I was 14 to 16. It would get picked right before I was about to go, which you know is going to happen. It's how you adapt to it, I think. Yeah, at healthy, at the best they could be, Jay's pitching staff could run with mine, I think. Kind of scary because he has a good offense, too. He has a really good
Yeah, his
offense.
bats are pretty good. It's just, yeah, he really has to depend on Kershaw and Severino being healthy. So, I think his team's not a team that'll win the season, but it's
He's got so many.
it's a scary playoff team.
Yeah.
That's
He's
what I
got a
would
lot of
say.
home run potential on his team.
Is that?
He's got a lot of home run potential on his team.
If we're talking potential, Jay is probably potential-wise has the best team, in my opinion. But he also has, in my opinion, the most dangerous team because he has a lot of injury-prone players, and if they're all hurt at the same time, you can't stream those spots.
Yeah, you
There's
can't.
only
You
two.
can't. It sucks. See, I don't draft injury-prone players just because, but I
Either,
mean,
even though I did this year.
Well, the
You
thing
can't
is, like,
say
if Severino and Kershaw aren't pitching, it's like Scherzer, and then his next best pitcher is probably Paddock. So it falls off pretty hard if those
like,
two
I gotta
guys
see
are
this
down.
guy. I gotta see this guy pitch in the majors a little bit more before I'm not.
Paddock? Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, he's all fastball. Like we were talking about with Adam's boy.
Yeah, but you can blow your fastball. Sometimes pitchers are better off coming in at AA than they are at AAA because in AAA you can blow your fastball by guys who are like 31 years old.
He's never pitched at AAA.
Okay, well, never mind.
Yeah, he's never gotten to that point. That's why it's like such a dangerous pick, but I get it. I totally get it. And with Scherzer, you can totally take that risk. If I was Jay, I would have probably taken maybe one of Severino and Kershaw, and then especially if you wanted Paddock too. Like, that's fine. But to take Severino and Kershaw and Paddock, it's just you're fighting with fire.
Yeah.
But like I said, if they're all healthy and same time, it could be deadly
Well,
for
that's
us.
what the expectation was, right? That it clearly was his expectation at the point when he was drafting them. So good on it. If that works, it works.
And you know what? And he's a good enough player to stream those spots and be fine while those guys are hurt.
Mhm.
So he's not even worried. And that's same with me. When I went pitching heavy, you really have to trust yourself to know deep bats and get the right ones. Because if you don't, you're toast. Your strategy will never work.
Yeah, he
Throwing
went
home-
for like good batting average with
I
like
threw
picks
homers
like
and
Murphy and Benintendi, Goldschmidt. He's trying to
Like
have a
throwing-
good batting average. His team's
throwing
kind of
homers
like
and
yours. It's just less relief pitchers. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to deny it, man. I have so much risk on my team too because I'm throwing homers and steals. Like
Yeah, your bats are you got weak bats. You're one of the weaker bat teams for sure.
man, I will not deny it. I'm going after runs and average, and that's it. Oh, look at this, boy.
Pitching's your big weapon.
Hot off
See,
the
I still
press.
think my
I
team
got a
can
trade
compete with
for
your
Bart.
team with average if they all hit the way they're supposed to.
Okay,
A lot of teams try to have a good batting average, except for mine.
It's just me personally. I can't draft like okay. I'm not trying like here. I really looked at your team, Adam. Let me just go to the league. Let me go to your team.
While you're looking at it, Aaron, listen to this offer I just got from Bart while we're talking.
What?
Mookie Betts.
Yeah. Wait, you have Mookie or no?
He has Mookie, yeah.
All right.
Verlander and Cole.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he's gonna ask for.
Wow.
Are you gonna do it?
No, hell no. Here's why. And do a trade like this, 'cause then my whole team's out of whack. And that's really a good point. Like, don't do a trade just to do a trade just to get Mookie. So many other trades to like build around Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Where I was
Jeez.
thinking, my plan is to go around that pick. If I had Mookie, my team is looking way different at this point.
Yeah. See, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but like I'm just looking at Adam's team right now. I could see your strategy. See, personally, like I can't go that route, like drafting guys like Joey Gallo because I cannot stand low average whatsoever.
Get a hit out of the infield.
Well, I'm just going off of principle, like what I personally like when it comes to
Sure,
baseball players, right? Like, yeah, okay, 38 home run prediction, okay, cool. But the 220 average, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Guys like, I think Schwarber's gonna like Schwarber hitting 229. He can't. He's not gonna hit that low. But like Randall Grichuk is a great pick because he gets 26 home runs. But then hitting 245.
Remember the influx of the Cubs, right?
But like, look at the amount of home runs. You should dominate home runs almost every single week,
Yeah.
and at least RBIs. Yeah, you're gonna have low average. You're not gonna get any stolen bases.
No, I'm
except
gonna
for
get stolen
Malik
bases.
Smith.
I got Malik Smith. I got Rugni Odor. I got Baez. I'm gonna get a couple.
Maybe I'm just
More
trying to
than
compare.
most
Maybe I'm
teams.
just
Compared to you,
so
no.
then
You'll beat me
I
in
must
stolen
have a lot of
bases.
steals in my team then.
Yeah, you'll beat me in stolen bases. Not everybody will though.
Odor
No,
will
but
probably
like you,
I have a top 5 guy in Malik Smith, so
Yeah, like you have good RBI. You got your home runs are nuts. Your
Yeah.
runs are pretty good up there too.
You know what? I like your pitching staff too. You got some upside.
yeah, I got DeGrom, Hill, Darvish.
Yeah, I mean,
Corbin.
like you're banking, you're hoping with that Corbin pick, obviously, that he puts up an effort like he did last year, not like he did when he was in Arizona the previous years before that.
Well, you got to help for health too. You got injury risks just like the rest of us.
Yeah,
which
already
you're
got an
gonna get.
injury.
That, like,
Olsen
Yeah.
hurt.
Can you? What was the injury again? Matt Olson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
Matt Olson,
Broke a bone in
actually,
his
wherever Matt Olson was being drafted was a good pick. But still, again, like that, I can't just draft a guy because he hits home run. Like Chris Davis, I will never draft. Not the Orioles guy, obviously, because I would never draft him regardless. But the Chris Davis on Oakland, I can't do it. No matter how many home runs you can hit, man. If you're hitting 240, like I just do not.
Yeah, I got a lot of guys hitting around like 240.
But that's your strategy, right?
But
That's
it'll
what
work well because like I got home runs.
Yeah, you're gonna kill it in
RBIs,
home runs.
stolen
Like those
base.
home runs are nuts.
Yeah, my goal is to
Yeah,
try to
you
win
least-
like 3-2 in bats,
Basically,
and then I'm
Like,
just
you
gonna
could
stream
say you have
pitchers
a-
and win strikeouts and wins.
yeah.
All right, Adam, I'm playing you this week. Okay. In homers for sure, RBIs for sure, and steals for sure. Okay, so you are gonna beat me 3-2 in bats. You
Mind if I
could
pick?
you could beat me 4-1 because you may get the runs too with all the homers you're gonna hit.
Yeah, that's the plan with a lot of
Aaron,
guys every week.
in home runs because every homer is a run.
And I'm probably going to beat you in wins and strikeouts too because I got a lot more SPs, and I'm obviously going to stream a couple.
Yeah.
And then you got me
Well,
in ERA, whip, and saves.
I just want these guys who are on the DL
So it's
or going to
gonna
be on the
it's gonna be
DL
an
to go
interesting
on the
battle.
DL. Because I need to.
Like I have Otani sitting here who's out a month already. We already know he is. Why is he not on the DL yet?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
have
so
Carlos
I'm waiting for
Martinez.
those.
He should be on the DL.
Nelson, we already know he's on the DL. Why is he not on the DL yet? Just throw Rich Hill on the DL. We know that's coming.
Can we? Can I pick the next person we talk about? You mind? I'm just gonna do a quick shout out to my boy Marcus, my arch nemesis. My arch nemesis. I can't
Your
even say
arch
that word.
nemesis.
Arch nemesis in fantasy league. So let's talk about Marcus's team. I'd love to dive into how shitty his team could potentially be.
I hope
let's hear
Marcus
it.
changes his name to Narchan Nemesis. That'd be pretty funny.
Oh, Adam, we're in this league, and my team name is Jesus Lizards because Aaron's phone autocorrected Jesus Lizardo's name to Jesus Lizards.
Hilarious.
Okay, so, yeah, I gotta hate my phone.
And I only drafted him because of that.
Yeah, you
All
got
right.
first pick, Marcus, eh?
Cool.
Yeah,
So
Mike
obviously,
Trout.
Marcus, when you have the first pick, you're getting Mike Trout. So that's a good pick. Great pick. Can't go wrong with Mike Trout whatsoever. Here's the one pick that everybody's really high on that I don't know if I can trust this year is Juan Soto. Guy's got a sweet stroke. But, like, he's 20 years old. Is he really going to hit 32 home runs this year? That's what they're predicting him to do. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Let's say over and under 30 home runs.
I'd say under.
I'd say under 30 as well, yeah. I don't think he'll get more than 30. No.
Over under 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the under too.
Like, I like his
Yeah,
Ozzy
decent
Albies
30.
pick.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the kind of guy that fits my team really well, but I really like that pick. He's quite the neat baseball player.
Yeah, he's got Robles too, so he's gonna steal some bases. Got a couple guys.
Got a
that
lot
get
of
some bags.
runs. Like, it's a run-heavy category. Marcus's team's RBI is not so bad. His home runs too. He can compete with home runs. His average is a little bit higher than
Yeah, his
yours.
batting average is decent. It's gonna be good.
So, he
A
could.
lot of
could-
teams are gonna have decent batting average, man.
Yeah.
His average scares me because for my plan to work, I need to win average. And looking at a few of the teams, I know it's going to be tight. I know it.
Wow.
And in that situation, I look at it, okay, I'll stream homers when I play this guy because average is going to be tight. So let me try and steal homers,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
Like,
tough one
yeah.
to stream. It's tough to stream homers.
Like, he gets,
Really,
he
man,
has
I
a-
Like who's
You know,
getting
like,
homers on the wire, right?
he has a few RBI heavy guys, but then the rest of them are just kind of mediocre down there. So I don't know. I think he could be a 1 week win, 1 week loss kind of thing with all the categories except for runs, and maybe home runs, at least for the batters. Pitch,
Let's check his pitching though, guys.
I know.
Pitching's
That's
a
what I'm
little
trying to say,
bit on the
Marcus.
offside.
Marcus, what is going on here, buddy? Drinking that sweet tequila over there when you're drafting your pitching, like.
He did get screwed on Knievel though, man, because his closers looked good until that happened.
Yeah, okay, but his number
Closers were
one
good, yeah.
is Shane Bieber.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
can't.
you can't have, and they're predicting Shane Bieber to pitch 193 innings here. Not happening. Not pitching 193 innings.
How many do you think he's gonna have? Like 180?
Maybe, yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking.
And what if he wears down? He would not be the first young guy to wear down halfway through a year.
I mean, you can't really like.
Your ace, how are you gonna go into the playoffs without one?
I don't know. I just wanted to know. I mean, he did stack his offense, but again, it's like it's not like
I really like that offense a lot. His outfield is disgusting. Trout, Soto, Robles. dang.
Yeah, right. But Soto and Robles have to kind of do what they're projecting them to do, or else it's like,
Yeah, his bats are pretty good. He's got decent bats.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
he noticed that like all the SPs were gone, so he's like, hey, I might as well try doing relief pitching. and
Soto.
didn't
Yeah.
really
So
didn't really work
I
out
mean,
too well
that's-
for him.
I have Soto as the number 9 hitter, one spot ahead of Bregman.
Like his first pitcher picked up was Shane Bieber,
Yeah.
so he was
Yeah.
clearly going for like more of a relief pitcher.
I think when the
Style
pitcher
play.
started going, he was just like, you know what? Let me just keep loading up on bats, and whichever arms fall to me, I'm gonna grab.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he was doing. Just gonna try to
Looks
win
like-
saves and keep the ERA down, hopefully. No
Yeah,
whip.
like mash and get some saves.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
just
not.
but
play
He's not
percentages
competing.
and hopefully he mashes on the offensive end.
He's not
Right.
competing for wins at all whatsoever. Like he's
Yeah.
gonna have to pick up some guys that strike out a lot because
It's gonna be tough for him in ERA too. Like, I don't want to pick on Marcus here, but I do not like Glasnow at all in the AL East. I think he's
no,
gonna get.
neither do I. His command is not the way. He's not where it needs to be.
Yeah, and Zach Eflin, he's gonna be getting lit up too.
Listen to this. Tyler Glasnow gave up 5 runs and walked 4 versus the Yankees. Could you not
Yeah.
see that happening all year?
Yeah.
In
his
spring.
command's not very good.
He's a sleeper though, Glasnow. He's one of the sleepers out there, but I don't know.
Man,
I don't know how good he's gonna be. I'm not too high on him, but I think he'll be okay.
He's another one of those Giolito dudes, man. He needs to develop another pitch and like have it solidified in order to advance himself to the next level. Like Giolito, if he never comes up with a third pitch, he's never going to be a good pitcher.
Yeah, I have Giolito in my league.
Aaron,
We'll
you-
see what
you
happens this
predicted-
year, but not too high. on
Pardon?
him.
Hey, Aaron, when you predicted Giolito going to the pen when he first got traded to Chicago, Ronaldo Lopez is going to be better than him, and he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
I mean,
both those
I'm
guys.
So high on Giolito, but man, he doesn't have a third pitch. You can't be a good pitcher if you don't have a third pitch.
They're
Right.
pretty easy to read. Like,
So, his team, because I do like Marky's team. I'm not going to have fun playing him because he does have a good average, and every
Yeah,
time I
it's,
play him,
yeah, he's a batter's team.
it's
Just
going to be a
pitching
roller
will be a
coaster
struggle for sure.
all year.
one
Yeah.
guy team I like a lot is actually Matt. Got a
Yeah.
well-balanced.
Which one's his?
He's eat fresh.
He is.
I really liked his first 2 picks with Christian Yelich
Yeah.
and Blake Snell. That's a pretty
Blake
good one
Snell,
too, right there.
Right. Team, right off the bat, nothing like jumps out at you really. It's just a bunch of guys basically. But when you kind of look at it, he's not really weak in any area.
Yeah, very balanced team.
That's what I was gonna say. The balance is the key because you can't really, as a guy like me and Adam who are streamers, you can't really stream when you're playing a guy like this because he is gonna be balanced. So if you stream, you're risking losing average, you're risking losing ERA, because we all know we pick up a guy who's playing in San Diego. Well, maybe not anymore this year, but
Yeah,
and then San Diego shows up and scores like 11 runs or something, you know.
Yeah,
And then
but like,
ERA is screwed the rest of the week because
I
Buddy
mean-
couldn't get out of the second.
Yeah, his
but-
team's gonna have some weaknesses. You just gotta feel them out. At the moment, you don't really know, but
Like,
he
here's
doesn't
my
have any
question to you.
sluggers. I'll tell you that. He's not hitting a lot of
What's
home
up?
runs. Decent.
if your top 3 pitchers are in the AL East,
Nobody's
that a
hitting
good
over
thing?
30 on his team.
I think Snell just won the Cy Young, so and a lot of people thought he should have been in the conversation for MVP, which I don't. I'm not one of those people.
I mean,
Wait.
Tampa did win a lot more games than people thought they were going to.
My thing about those 3 pitchers, particularly that I will agree with you on, Aaron, is they're all lefties in the AL East.
Yeah,
Like, when they
Snell,
come into
Paxton,
Boston-
Happ. Like, they're good. Don't get me wrong, but
Teams,
just having
though,
your top 3 in the AL East, you know, it's like,
bro,
especially 2 of them on the Yankees. I know one of them's on the Yankees facing the
Right.
Yankees per se, but if they're facing Boston, they're back to back. It's like that great.
no,
Well,
but Boston. This is
dang
what
it,
I was going to say. Boston is horrible versus left-handed pitching.
Oh, really?
Realize it. We can't do anything versus them. Snell was so good last year because we couldn't do shit versus them. Has our number, dude.
Hmm.
Red Sox fan, how good we do versus that. Up until he went to the Yankees, actually. After he went to the Yankees, he kind of switched. But when he was on the Jays, man, he used to shut us down every single time.
Yeah.
How long do you think Matt Barnes will be closer? Because
I
that's
don't
who
know.
Eat Fresh has as his second closer.
I'd say like 2 to 3 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. Probably like a month and a half.
I was gonna say closing by June, then he's gonna run away with it for the rest of the year. What I think is gonna happen is he's gonna struggle in the first couple weeks, walking too many guys, giving up homers, just gonna come in and run him with the job. That's my prediction. And great pick for Antoine taking Ryan Brazier. Like
Yeah.
you
He's a
bastard, I want
sleeper,
him.
big sleeper for sure.
Because even like Aaron was saying before, if he's not closing, he's giving you peripherals that you want. And not only that, dude was mini Craig Kimbrell last year. We love him in Boston. The guy is nasty. He throws like 97, rising fastball just like Kimbrell. He's got that quick curve just like Kimbrell in him because he's not scared of anyone. He doesn't back down. He's like, here's my shit, hit it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What do
he's
you
got
guys
a
think?
pretty balanced team. I think Brazier will get the job. Well, I hope so because I got him in a couple teams. But yeah,
It's like me with Alvarado right now. Like they haven't come out and said he's got the job, but everyone that knows him knows he's going to be the one leading in saves at the end of the year.
yeah, just based
So
on
you just got
skill.
to stick with it. Enjoy your percentages and love the saves when they come. That's my opinion. We're on the topic about Antoine. I figured let me take a look at his team. He's got a decent squad, man. Honestly, good look. He should throw closers just like you. He's got Doolittle and Brazier at this point. Their starter for one of those guys.
There's going to be a point when guys like you and Chad, who both have a lot of closers, probably won't want any more closers. Yeah, I mean you're not going to trade for any more, so.
I figure if I get one more, I'm good. But I'm not gonna overpay because I just did that to you by giving you Darvish for Alvarado.
Yeah, we should get into the trades eventually for sure.
What? Okay, let me ask Aaron. Aaron, what did you think about you Darvish for Alvarado and Diego Castillo?
Well, that's the trade.
That's the trade. Me and Adam did it.
It's fine. I mean, like, you're not necessarily, like, you Darvish isn't necessarily going to pitch the entire year. Well, no, you never know what's going to happen.
Adam, are you banking on you Darvish to pitch the whole year?
Not really, but I got him in. It's like my third or fourth top pitcher. I'll probably be battling with Rich Hill.
Yeah.
So they're both kind of
Look, if you're
the same.
trying
You
to-
know, not going to play a bunch of games, but they're going to be good when they're on the mound.
You're kind of in Jay's boat. Huge risk with those guys.
Yeah, but his risk is more top end.
Right.
My
See,
my risk is more low end. Yeah, I mean, I got those guys
Yeah,
like
that's not bad.
those are like pick 150 plus. Those two guys. His
He's
picks
on
are
the
like 99 and 64, so he's gonna
Yeah.
take a big hit from.
So we're talking about Antoine's team right now.
Yeah, we're talking about Antoine's team. He's got JD. He's got Charlie Blackman. Both great picks.
What do you think about EE in Seattle? What
Garrett's, Shaw, Double E, Wilson Ramos.
do you think about Edwin in Seattle?
Another team with a good batting average.
I don't know what Seattle is doing. Are they trying to win?
I don't.
And he's
don't know.
also his team's a lot like Marcus's team, where it's like it's bat heavy, and then he realized pitching's not the greatest. I'm not a fan of
No,
Clevenger
but-
and Price.
To be honest, I feel like again, like, this guy kind of looks like you can kind of project what categories he may win in a week, which is the first three.
Yeah.
Marcus didn't really have one where you're like, oh, overwhelming numbers in any of them. It's like Marcus could probably beat people. You never know. He could probably beat you in every category every week, but it could be just by like two. You know?
Yeah.
Not like overwhelm
How
you.
many
Antoine-
SPs does he have? He has like 5 or 6.
Antoine has a ton of power.
Antoine
Ton
has
of
like
power.
only 6 SPs on his team.
Yeah.
The rest
what
are
I'm
relief
saying,
pitchers.
Antoine, trade Doolittle for a pitcher, dude. You have to. Like, get another
Yeah.
closer or
Yeah.
something. Throw pitching.
Oh, Peacock's
Yeah, I'll
supposed to
give
be
you
starter
Darvish
this year.
for him. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Peacock's going to be a starter
No,
this
I
year
don't
for Houston, apparently.
too.
So,
A little bit.
you know, that's not a terrible pick. Actually, I was kind of looking for him there, but he got taken again, like everybody.
I like Peacock a lot, man. I really do. Houston's. They got Wade Miley there too, who I actually like this year. Speaking
Wade
of Swamp
Miley.
Monsters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Swamp Monster 2.0.
But
Yeah, he's got Travis Shaw. I think that was a decent pick. Got him
Yeah,
pick
I was trying to
134.
get that one.
Was not
No, a
bad.
guy, if you can put Travis Shaw as your second baseman hitting 30 home runs, that's
I was,
pretty
I was
damn
mad
good.
about that pick.
Yeah,
I wanted
pretty
his.
solid. Yeah, I like that pick from him.
Talk about I wanted to talk about
Wait,
Bart's team.
wait, hold on. We're still not done.
Bart's.
Antoine's.
Okay.
Well,
All
he's got
right.
Nick
Final.
Markakis, so you might trade him for
What do
Trout.
you
Yeah,
think? What do you think Anton should do? Because he's got he's got
it's kind
Clevenger
of a
Price
joke
and
in our
then
league.
like a bunch of
I already said it.
guys. No, okay, well
Trade,
maybe I was kind of zoned out when
trade
you were
me
talking about Clevenger and Price.
names.
Yeah.
Or trade those guys for more of his strengths. Like that's what I'm trying to say. When you have a bunch of strengths and some weaknesses, don't keep your weaknesses around when you can trade them for a strength.
Hmm.
So, like saves is a weakness for him. He could
So I'm
he would
looking at Clevenger. Maybe I should.
Yeah, there's a lot of relief pitchers that probably won't get saves.
right.
That's the problem. And
But could
those
you
guys
see-
only give you like 2 cats, really.
When you look around the league though, there's a ton of teams that don't really have more than one closer.
Yeah, like mine.
Yeah. The last few teams we've looked at, nobody has closers really. Like you don't have them.
Well, I
Aaron
did
doesn't
have
have-
2, and then I traded them. But yeah, I just said screw it. Might as well.
I need to get rid of my closer. So if anybody out there is looking for 2 closers, I got them for you.
Yeah. But no, I was gonna say let's talk about
Tom's team. I want to talk about Tom's team.
Mr. Tom Beta. My
What, Tommy
God.
John.
Yeah, I like his. He does the same style every year, man, and it does well for him. So I don't blame him. Got Gary
Like when
early.
you got Lindor cheap, Sale, great pick. I don't like Quintana. I'm sorry, as Quintana as a 2, that's not good.
Yeah,
Where did
definitely
you
not
get him?
great.
150? 150 Quintana?
As a
I don't know.
zero,
That's
as
not
a
that bad at 150.
As a SP2, I'm not saying I don't like Quintana at 150. I'm saying I don't like him as a SP2.
Yeah, I agree with you there. He went heavy bats, man.
I agree.
He's a good batting team. He's got one of the good batting teams in the league.
I'm gonna hit some bombs with you.
Yeah, he's got a decent team. I probably
Hey,
could
man,
hit more bombs than him. I think I got a
Wait a
bigger
minute.
bomb squad than he does. But he's got
Yo,
a way better batting average. And his
Guys like
stolen
Justin
bases are
Moore.
pretty good too with D. Gordon, Buxton, Pilar,
Yeah.
Margot, or Lindor, right?
I'm not a Margot guy.
No, me either.
He came from Boston. There was no room for him there. We got JBJ in center, so he was never going to play. He was just a throw-in in the deal, but he was the closest to Major League ready, so that's the reason he's been playing, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of
he-
hype around him when he went to San Diego, and
Oh, 100%.
he was like,
100%.
okay.
They had, like in my ESPN draft I just did, I took Louis Urias with my last pick, who also came from the Sox, I believe. He's going to swing it. And they're going to have to play someone somewhere when Tatis comes up. And I could see Urias being a guy who moves to center field, maybe. He's the center.
You could have a
I don't
better year this
know.
year.
San Diego's going to be
Sure.
decent. They got some nice pieces.
Yeah, it's about time for San Diego. Same with Philadelphia.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of new teams coming up this year.
Here for San Diego.
You guys got
But
Jimenez
next
too.
year,
Jimenez could be good this year, big time. He just
Yeah.
sounded great.
if you
I
were
don't
Tom,
know.
what would you do with your team?
Yeah, I like him. I think Tom's gonna have a top team, top 5 team. I like
Yeah.
his team.
Well, the bats, man. The bats are huge.
Yeah, he'll do well in bats. Beat a lot of teams in bats, and his pitching's pretty good, pretty balanced. His relief pitching sucks. He only has Osuna. He probably should trade him if he can.
Yeah.
He's only got
I
really
agree.
one relief pitcher.
At the beginning of the year is when I love to do most of my deals because it's so easy to see who needs what and they need. It's so easy just to say, here.
Yeah, and
You need a
people's
first-
valuations are crazy too.
Right. It's also usually the best time to jump on guys who
What,
you
like
want.
Winker
who
for
you
him?
think do good.
Not to put anyone on the spot, but whose team don't you like?
I'm not gonna. I want to trade with everybody, so I'm not gonna. I don't know.
Here's why I'm gonna say it.
I'll
Okay?
just say Marcus's because me and Marcus can never put a trade together anyways
Whose
because
teams
his
don't I
trades
like?
suck and my trades
Well,
suck
you
to
know what
him.
I'm gonna say. I'm
I
gonna
don't like
say.
Marcus.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry for interrupting you, man.
Sorry, Marcus.
There's an obvious choice here, in my opinion.
All right, well, we haven't gone through all the teams. I mean, we probably don't have enough time to go through all the
No,
teams.
it's because that's why because he broke the cardinal rule, which is never auto pick.
Who?
Graham, his team. Where is he, in Japan or something?
Oh, Graham McKeeman. Yeah, yeah. He was in Portugal.
Portugal. All right, so he's in Portugal, passed out something. Like, look at his team. It shows it. He's loaded on outfielders. He got Vladdy.
Who's
so
the Sam guy?
Sam's hiding inside. That was gonna be my pick for team. I don't like too much. The reason why I don't like his
It's,
team is just he has too many batters.
He
His
steals.
bench is full of batters for some reason.
Not to me. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong team.
No, I don't like this guy's team at all. Sorry, buddy.
Who
I mean,
hiding
he's
inside?
like he'll win. He might win the winning category for pitchers. Maybe K, but I don't know about his bats.
You guys don't see it. I see it.
Okay,
Yeah.
his
Alright.
average is good. Maybe his average, but like
Adam and throwing.
Well, if he
average.
keeps Marco Estrada, maybe his average won't be that good. You know what I'm saying?
like
He
all
doesn't
right,
have RPs really. He's
all
got some
right.
sleepers though with Trevor
John.
May,
He already
maybe
dropped.
Greg Holland.
John, coming from Boston guy,
Yeah.
Hunter Renfroe, is he gonna get 31 home runs this year?
Renfroe didn't come from Boston.
I thought he did.
San Diego guy. No, he's not. Listen, when you guys were talking about him the other day,
Yeah, Smoke or Renfro. Who do you pick? I said Smoke.
I'd say Smoke.
Yeah,
Renfroe,
that's a $5 bet we got. Side bet in there.
450 at bats to hit over 30 home runs in those at bats, you would need to be in Boston or in Toronto, not in San Diego.
Yeah, that's what I'm not. Yeah, exactly. Not
In
pick-
San Diego,
and in the National League too.
Yeah, and he's going to be playing at Dodger Stadium. Like, these parks are massive. He's going to be playing at San Francisco.
Yeah,
and
the worst
Pittsburgh.
park, San Francisco's brutal.
If he was in the AL East, this dude would hit 40 a year. Easy. So, rumblings are San Diego and Cleveland are talking about a possible trade for Kluber. Cleveland needs outfielders bad because their outfield is trash.
Interesting. Yeah, if Renfro gets traded there, that'd be big.
Yeah, they just signed Cargo, so they know it's trash. but getting Renfro on there would be a big difference maker in my opinion. Because
I have a
Power
soft
Apple,
spot
yeah.
for Cargo.
I agree.
I will always
have a
have
soft
soft
spot
spot
for
for him.
Cargo.
I agree. I remember when that dude was playing in Oakland, man, and got traded for Matt Holliday.
Also, Scooter got hurt for him. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
that
rough. It's gonna be a rough year. His backup now
Yeah.
is who? Joseph Wendell.
Yeah, he,
That's who's gonna be his second baseman now. Joseph Wendell.
I like Wendell. Don't get me wrong, but he's a utility guy, man.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna.
We'll
Be
get him
like
some
my boy
stolen
Brandon
bases,
Lau.
which is not bad.
Look, here's what I don't like about his team. And I'll just go through it really quickly, and I'm just going to give you numbers, okay? 402, 464, 465, 514, 471, 522, 521, 456, 614 is great, and then 467. So those numbers are the number of at-bats that his starting batters are projected to hit. That's real low. Really
Yeah,
low.
and you want to know what I think too? Like when I was talking to him, I'm like, your team's kind of like a scuffed version of mine. You know what I mean? Like he started out like pretty much
That's what I'm
big
saying.
home runs,
Yeah,
and
I
then
can see what he's doing.
and then he just stopped doing that, and then he's like, I'm just gonna start drafting a bunch of pitchers, and then he got like Gannett and Seager. He just ignored home runs.
I love Scooter Jeanette. I love Laureano. Laureano is one of the guys I wanted before the season, but I don't actually own one share of him because I got scared. I honestly did.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do what I did with
No,
Jose
it's not
Ramirez,
that I'm
man.
Scared. It's
That's
just
what I did with Jose Ramirez. Do you remember that?
Reyes instead. All right, I went Reyes instead because I think Laureano could get replaced at one point this year. Oakland's going to need to make a trade, and that's where they're going to look for an upgrade. For the most part, they're pretty well set at every position, but they could use a big outfielder, and maybe they call San Diego. Look, Pinder is a guy I like, though. I do like Chad Pinder this year. He hits the hell
Whatever.
out of the.
He's not a guy I'm trusting as my starter.
Well, I'm coming from a guy starting Wilmer Flores, so I get the Chad Pinder start.
Well, I mean, all of us have to start a guy we don't like. Like I got I'm not Starling Castro.
I love
Castro is
Paul DeYoung,
my.
too. Paul DeYoung is
I
sick.
Jake Lamb. I don't know. He's okay.
And don't forget,
I don't
he
mind.
traded me. He traded me Corey Seager for Wheeler in the middle of the draft.
Yeah, he did. He traded Seager away.
What do you, Seager, man?
Yeah, I like Seager more than Wheeler, but to each their own.
Yeah,
They're close, but yeah, I just like Seager more.
I think Seager and Wheeler are themselves. Like Seager is the hitting version of Wheeler, and Wheeler is the pitching version of Seager.
I just think he was lost in the draft. I don't know. Just how do you go from bats and then you just say, I know we're just gonna do a 360 turnaround. Now we're gonna be a pitcher team. you know what I mean? Like build on your strengths.
Yeah.
His pitching's good. He's got good SPs, but
Yeah.
Exactly.
They're
you,
really
you kind of need the relief pitching too, with it,
Chris
because
Archer could come back.
like he doesn't have
Oh,
the relief
Sam,
pitching.
I got relief pitchers. You need any? Just put it out there.
Yeah, I think Sam's looking for
Yeah,
some.
for
He,
anyone in the
he
league,
traded me Greg Holland for Longoria, so I was like, why not?
Let's check out Lone Druid here, my boy Gollum.
Yeah, let's check out Lone Druid.
Wilson Contreras, Jose Abreu, Asdrubal Cabrera, Nolan Arenado, Manny Machado, Chris Davis.
You're gonna have
Tommy-
to. Well, never mind. I was gonna say you're gonna have to leave some for next time.
Yeah, I get.
Again, the pitching staff guy.
We're almost done. We're pretty much close to everybody.
Yeah, we'll cap it in like 10, 15 minutes.
I don't mind this guy's team. It's not terrible. I'm not a Jose Abreu kind of guy. Like I don't really.
The pitching. Scroll down.
I wouldn't really trust Abreu.
His bats are solid though. He's got some
Yeah, he's got
Sluggers.
Abreu. He's got Arenado, Manny Machado,
Davis.
Hold on, I love
Davis is gonna
Chris
slug.
Davis. I don't like Chris Davis, but I mean, if that's the categories you're going for, that's great. Like Adam, that's a guy you need. Chris Davis.
Oh yeah, Chris Davis is on my radar for sure. And
That's
he
who
picked him
you
up.
need.
I don't mean not need more power, dude.
But I don't need any. Yeah, I don't need any more. But he was on
I
my
really-
radar. If he fell like fourth round, he was gone.
See, Tommy Pham. I need a guy like Tommy Pham. Lone Druid. Let's talk.
Yeah, he's got some
Do you
decent
think-
bats. His bats are pretty solid. It's just
I like
it's just
Ender
like
and Ciarte. That's a good
Yeah.
bat. And Duhar's pretty good.
it's just his
A lot of guys
pitching.
have
His pitching's rough.
Ooh. Yeah,
Well,
that's rough.
His pitching's pretty rough. That's
It's real rough. Like he's banking on Ivan Nova to strike out more than 4 people a game.
Man.
who's his best pitcher, you think? Between Gaussman, Keuchel, Sean Newcomb,
Q.
Kayla,
McHugh.
Kayla, Bradley,
I'll say Dallas. Dallas will be like his best. That's kind of like the safe. pick.
Keuchel. Honestly, I
No,
don't know, man.
Keuchel, bro, Keuchel got graded the worst pitcher stuff in the big leagues. If you
I
you,
don't
you
know.
always hear stuff.
Dude, guys, is
Well,
it
Keuchel-
bad?
I
if
think
your-
Keuchel will be better than Castillo.
Is it bad if your best pitcher on your team is Archie Bradley?
No, McHugh's better than Bradley.
Who?
Who?
McHugh?
Starting this year.
I mean, all right, but like, oof, that's a rough pitching.
Man, even okay, Lone Druid, Gollum, Kevin, listen. You need to trade one of your big bats, get some arms. Buddy, I got Verlander and Cole. You're sitting.
Actually, I gotta be more careful what I say. Sorry, guys, I don't mean to like shit on your teams. Just
Listen,
Well,
you
in
see
the end,
how
they're
is.
gonna. It's all gonna be in the chat, you know. So you
Hey,
talk shit, you gotta back it up, right? You gotta be a good team, right?
everyone in this league knows what they're doing. So believe me, they already know these things that we're telling them. It's not
Well,
like
but-
this.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I know what I'm doing, but I ventured off my beaten path. I never drafted a team like I drafted this year.
Bro, I have a question, right?
No
Let's
idea
go
what
back. Let's go back to your Acuna pick. Okay.
Uh,
Do you really value Acuna higher than Trevor Story?
do I value Acuna higher than Trevor Story?
Yeah.
It depends on how the rest of your draft goes.
Okay. Because here's what I'm thinking. Outfield is by far the deepest position.
Yes.
It's really tough to take an outfielder in the first round unless their names start with Mike or Mookie Betts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had no
in-
choice, man. Everybody
outfield-
wanted Wend.
Round 2, okay, you could get Charlie Blackmon. All right, that's a first round outfielder in my opinion.
I like Yelich. I think Yelich's worth.
I love Yelich. Okay,
I think Yelich's worth taking.
but I'm going Bregman. I'm going Baez. I'm going Story. I'm getting my shortstop early because these guys are the difference makers at a position. They scarce really fast after like the top 15 guys go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like Story. It's just he hasn't been like 2 years of consistency yet.
I don't know.
That's the
I'm
only
just so
problem.
high on Story. I would have taken him there, but I understand Acuna, man. I have him in a draft. I took him 12th overall with the last pick in the first round, and then my swing pick was Judge. So then I'm back-to-back outfielders right off the bat. So I'm not even following the advice to not take an outfielder early. So I hear what you're saying. Like whoever falls to you in a draft, you got to take them. But I was just curious. Do you not find Story? Because I know you're high on Story. That's all.
I like Acuna more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
I like Story, but I think,
Acuna's average might be safer.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I
how
think
I
I'd
look at it,
rather,
too.
at this point, I'd rather get a guy who I haven't, just try that out.
Yeah.
They're both
Why
going to be
not?
2020 guys.
Well, Story's going to
One
be
is-
more than 2020 guy.
He'll
He'll be like
30,
a
maybe
30.
maybe 30, 20. Yeah.
They say Story could even get 30 bags.
I mean,
He's
Story's a
fast enough.
beast. He's a beast, but
He's
I just
good.
don't like how much he strikes out.
Well, that's the thing I think that makes him go into the second round is people aren't sure how real the average is from last year.
Yeah. They're worried that like if his
Oh.
average goes down, that's it.
See,
Kills
Story
you. Killed
is
me one year.
great in a roto league.
Yeah.
Story's great in a roto league. He's horrible in a points league. I mean, he's actually not horrible, but to me, I would never take him in a points league.
Because of the strikeouts?
Yeah. Because
I don't like
that's
Stan.
minus points that he should be getting.
So I think Donaldson Trump's team's not bad. Graham got a 2 of A.
No.
Story.
My thing about him was
Eddie
if he was
Rosario.
at the draft, outfielders. Do you know what I mean? That's what I was saying. He's got some work to do because he's loaded on outfielders and he has a lot of holes. If
Well,
he
he's-
was there,
yeah.
his pitching staff would be a lot better because he wouldn't have taken outfielders. He would have taken pitchers.
The thing is, there isn't many good pitching staffs. Like as we're looking through this league, there's a lot of teams that are just like
Yeah.
screw pitching. I'm just gonna get a couple relief pitchers, and we'll just see how it
You know
goes,
what?
and we'll have strong bats.
I think
You know, like Marcus, Lone Druid, Donaldson Trump. There's a bunch of teams like that are just like, we don't care about SPs. We're all about the relief pitchers.
Jonathan Trump has that little sleeper sitting there in his little NA spot, Mr. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. The whole team.
Yeah,
That'd be
big
great.
sleeper. Yeah, his bats could be really good if
Does
that
what he's
pans out.
supposed to do. They're saying like 315, 25 bombs easy, 85 RBI. That's what they're predicting.
I mean, they're predicting a really high average for Vladdy. I'm going to go on out on a limb.
All right.
I'm going to predict him at a 275 clip.
I
Boom.
love it because I think he is way too big to get around on major league heaters. But his dad could hit anything, so
Yeah.
he's got the same genes, man.
I don't know. I feel like they're
He hit homers already, and he's hitting balls off the dirt. Like
whatever. I just think they should stop talking so highly about him and let him
I
start.
agree with
Like,
you 100%.
just stop putting the pressure on this dude.
Yeah,
Let
they
him
gotta,
play.
Yeah, they gotta chill out a bit. They should. It's the Toronto media is kind of bumping him up a little too much.
I have nothing else to talk about.
Yeah,
Let's talk about
honestly.
you mind if we just talk about the Blue
Here's-
Jays for just 1 second? Like, I understand why the Jays got rid of Donaldson and a guy like Tulowitzki and a guy like Russell Martin, because I was listening to Anthony Alford talk, and he was saying how last year when they walked in spring training and they saw those guys, they were like, like, ooh, it's the big guys in the clubhouse, and Donaldson would run the room, and Tula would run the room, and everyone kind of tiptoeing around them.
Yeah.
Whereas this year, it's more of a loose atmosphere, right? But the problem that I find with the Jays trading all their veterans is that, like, when you call Vladdy up, he's literally the best person on your team at 20 years old. You
I think
can't
that's why
do
they
that
kept
to him. Can't do that to him, man. You can't make him be like the quote unquote savior of the team at 20 years. Excuse me, at 20 years old. That's just unfair to the guy, and so that's why I think he's gonna struggle a little bit.
If I was them, I'd call him up at the same time as
Fair.
Bichette, so they can come in
Oh,
together.
Bichette's gonna kill it because Bichette's got no pressure on him.
See, that's it. I could see hitting 315. I could see Bichette hitting.
Bichette, yeah. Honestly, I could see him being like a 305 hitter. Just he's got no pressure on him. Like, nobody's
All right,
talking
let's
about
do
it.
an over under. Let's do an over under.
Hold on one sec. If Vladdy was not the Jays' top prospect, it would be Bichette, and everyone would be talking about Bichette. But no one's talking about it.
Yeah, Jays have some pretty good prospects, man.
I like Kevin Biggio too.
I like Jordan Groshans, and I like Conine's kid, the guy who took second round last year. He's got a nice swing.
Yeah. All right. To talk about the Jays, like I predicted the other day, Justin Smoak's going to be the AL representative at first base.
Yeah, he might be.
Here's why, dude.
Damn well.
If he is hitting in the 4-hole behind Bichette and Vladdy, he's just going to knock them in.
Mm-hmm.
After home.
Bichette's not getting called up this year, man. There's no way.
About?
Bichette? He's not getting called up.
June.
No, he's not getting called up.
What does he have to prove?
That's not the point. He's not getting called up.
I kind of hope they don't call up Vladdy either. Like, I hope they don't call up any of the young guys. Keep the contracts low as long as they can.
There's zero reason for them to call him up.
Why not?
Because they're not trying to win this year.
Yeah, exactly. There's no point in calling up any of the young
guys. There's zero reason for them to call him up.
Next year, I'd say, yeah.
For your fans' sake, why do you want to roll out Freddie Galvis and Brandon Drury?
You don't, right? But those are the stupid fans. So realistically, if you want to cater to the stupid fans, you're never going to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's my point, dude. Because if you want fans and you want to make your fans happy, at least call up one kid. And I heard they may even start Gurriel in the minor leagues to start the year to save his service time.
I just don't call up. All right, so here. Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. Would you rather have Vladdy Guerrero Jr. coming up with the potential of him struggling in his first year, like calling up right away for the beginning of the year, with the potential of him struggling with his first year? Let's just say he hits 275 and he gets 19 home runs. That's a bit of a down. That's not the kind of year that Jays fans are looking for, right?
Well,
and then when you get that, but then you get that, and you also get one less year of him on your team before he goes to free agency. So who would you rather have? That, or would you rather him come next year while he's more prepared, potentially more fit, and you still have an extra year of him?
For you. What if you keep him down and the year he sucks during that year and you've lost one of his best years that he could have had in the big leagues?
All right,
that's a pretty big if.
But that's saying
you know what I mean?
That mental game.
How long did Prince Fielder last? Because Vladdy is Prince Fielder's size.
I hope not.
Yeah,
he's got.
Dude, Vladdy's like 260, man. He's got a big old booty, that dude.
Adam, have you not seen him?
Yeah, I've seen him. I know he's big, but I don't know if he's Prince Fielder big.
He looks like one of those. He looks like one of those kids in high school that just blew up over the summer, and you come back and you're like, God damn.
Yeah,
that's what.
Do you remember when Sandoval's belt broke? Do you remember when Sandoval's belt broke at the Jays game?
That was the best game ever. And then the next game,
busting some belts, man.
And then the next game, the fans were like swinging belts around.
Oh my god! I will give Jays fans this. They're great trolls.
Oh man!
Trolls.
Adam doesn't know the story about when we went to that baseball game. But Adam, I'll just tell you a quick story, Adam. So we were at the baseball game, the game where Pilar climbed the wall and made that crazy catch
Yeah.
when he was playing left
year,
field.
the year we traded for Tulo and David Price and stuff.
I was playing left field.
Right, so I somehow got front row seats from my mother-in-law's like good friend, and Sauce came to the game with me. So Erasmo Ramirez was pitching, and I think they were winning 3-0 at the time. And so I decided to start like there was only 12,000 people there, and when you're in a dome like that, you can hear someone scream. So every time Erasmo Ramirez went up to pitch, like he'd get in his motion, put the ball leg up, I would start screaming Erasmo. Dude, the Jays got 5 runs that inning.
Nice.
Kevin Pillar came out, like laughing his ass off, turned around like to look at us because we were making such a commotion. The pitching coach came out, put his arm around Erasmo Ramirez, and pointed right over to us.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Can you say
It was a
The
great thing
pitcher
ever.
coach is like, "You're letting those guys ruin your career."
This is my claim to fame, man.
That's hilarious. It'd be
You
funny
said
if the
something-
camera went on you, like right there.
No, yeah, and I was telling
we made the
John,
big board, too.
I
We made the big screen.
was listening to the radio and they were talking, and some guy mentioned about some guy who was chirping in the Tampa Bay game. It was really loud, and I was like, oh my god, that was me.
I believe Erasmo
pretty
is
funny.
now on the Red Sox, so he'll be
He
coming
is.
back to
He's
Toronto
in your minor league team.
again this year, bro.
Chirp hard.
All right, let's finish it up with some bold.
I want to go over one more team here.
Okay, go for it. I thought we did them all, but go ahead.
My favorite, one of my favorite teams. I think they're like probably one of the coolest teams in the league. It's Roid Rage. He's got the,
Yeah, I
the
was looking at
speedster
it.
team, the speedster relief
I
pitcher
don't want to talk
team.
to Royd Rage. He took all the players I wanted.
He's
He
got a
knows.
solid
He
team.
knows.
Andy Diaz.
Yeah, he knows.
Turner, he's
He
got
does.
Billy Bags, Villar. Now he's got
Yeah,
Mondesi since he traded Baez. He's got a speed team, man.
Tell him the trade.
Oh yeah, trade. It was Baez and Mondesi, and then
He'll buy us 4 Mondesi.
it wasn't just Baez for Mondesi. It was there was another part. Yeah, let me check it out here.
It was a 2 for
Yeah,
2.
yeah, Valdi for
two.
Robertson. Yeah, it wasn't
2 for
that
2.
bad.
It was Baez and Eovaldi for Robertson and Mondesi.
All right.
Yeah, so he got
that-
it pretty much boosted both teams' strengths because he's got a lot of relief pitchers on his team. You know what I mean? So pitching wasn't really a big strength of his. So
It's
that
kinda
kind of got
hard
his
to
relief pitching a bit
predict-
better. And it made his stolen bases better as well because
It's
Mondesi's going
hard
to get
to
a crap
project.
load.
That's why you got to make it's if you feel like something's going to help your team, you got to do that trade at the beginning of the year because it's really hard to project. Like to me, you're the clear-cut winner in that trade. The
Right.
fact that you got
I got the safer guy with Baez for sure.
right, but in a
I
16
absolutely
league, you
love
never
Baez.
know like how valuable Mondesi or Robertson actually is until the year's over, right? So you'll never really know how a
Oh,
trade
Rob-
like that's going to happen until the year's
Robertson had
over.
a great year last year.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it doesn't seem like fair value, but for like a 16-man league, it actually might be fair value.
Yeah.
I don't
And you know what? That was all in my thinking, and there's no way that's a beatable trade at all. Even though it's, in my opinion, a first-round pick for
Yeah, I
like
know.
a glorified.
Yeah. I was telling
Yeah.
him, I was like, John's going to hate this.
Oh my god!
He was like,
Yeah.
this guy's so high on Baez.
I know. He's like, yeah.
Right away.
He's like, did you see that Baez trade? I'm like, no, I have not.
Yeah.
and you
I like Baez too.
but you
a
even
lot.
said it. You're like, values are gonna be weird this year, so you know.
It just works really well with his team. That solidified him as like the best stolen base team in the league, and it also
Adam,
like,
would you
boosted
have
his relief pitching as well. He's got like 5 closers that are going to get saves. I think.
Would you have done that though if I didn't sell you the Kool-Aid on Baez before?
Would I have done that? Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. If Baez
You would've?
didn't,
Oh,
if,
okay.
if Baez, well, the Kool-Aid helped for sure. But if Baez
Adam,
didn't get
all you-
any stolen bases, then I'd be kind of shaky because Mondesi and Malik Smith were like my main stolen base
Adam.
guys.
all you have to do when you're trading for a guy like Baez, all you gotta do is just go to his highlights and know that you're getting one fucking hell of a baseball player.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I know.
That guy.
harder than
If
him.
he had a better batting average, like I know he hit like 290, what, last year or the year before that, but if he had
No,
a
last year he was
batting better average, or he struck out less,
He's never
that guy
batted.
would be a top 3 fantasy pick every single year. That guy
No,
is disgusting.
he's never had an average less than 273, except for when he was coming up his rookie year,
Right,
which is
but he
fine.
strikes out a lot.
Well,
But that's
true.
what that's a guy I shouldn't pass on, you know. Like, and I kind of do, but I
I
love
would never.
Baez. So Adam, you want to trade him to anybody this year, please? I'm your guy.
Alright. Yeah, I liked him too. He can slug. And the batting average problem isn't a problem for my team because I'm kind of punting it anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I liked him a lot. And I just think Chad has a good team. Like if he faces me, like it's going to be tight because he's going to beat me in stolen bases. He'll beat me in batting average. He'll beat me in saves, and then the ERA and WHIP. I think he's got me too. So
All right.
it'll be pretty tight.
Listen. There's no bad teams. We created a super league. You brought your best. I kept my best. It's 16 teams of solid fantasy players.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Moonlight Graham.
What's that?
We gotta talk about Moonlight Graham. We gotta talk about Bart.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, go over Bart
like a lot
quick
of
here.
Love
He's got
Bart.
Mookie.
What up, Bart?
Bart is
Got
one of
Pookie, he's
hell
got
of a
Syndicate.
damn guy, man. I see Bart every day, and it's the highlight of my day every day. No joke.
Yeah, Bart's got a pretty solid team. I like his pitching. He's a team that
Me and Bart top.
has decent pitching.
Yeah, and you know what? And so much upside here. But he's another guy. No closers. Look at that.
Yeah,
How many teams have no closers? It's ridiculous.
yeah. There's like two teams with a bunch, you and Chad, and then it's a couple teams with Queensberry
See.
Arms has a couple.
Pick,
Yeah, there really isn't
That I
many
do
teams
not
with closers.
Adam Jones at all.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not a big
you
Adam
never
Jones fan.
know.
This is a late pick for him, wasn't it? Like 287.
I like Adam
so.
Jones.
Oh,
Adam Jones is an old school boss.
At that point of the draft, okay, you're not gonna go wrong.
Yeah, you're like whatever. If he starts playing
Right.
well again, hey, top 200. If he hits 200, like top 200, that's awesome. Even top 250, like you're not complaining.
Yeah.
I could see Adam Jones realistically another 20 homers, but if he doesn't, and he's only hitting 15 homers and he's only hitting 250 on the waiver, so easy. Like I would rather own a guy like Ryan O'Hearn, who's gonna hit probably 30 plus jacks, hit around 240 maybe, 235, 240, but that 20 points in average is not gonna kill you because Jones is gonna kill you on his own. Do you know what I mean? So if someone's gonna kill you anyways, get the guy that's gonna hit you 30 homers because there's a category plus runs, plus RBIs. I don't know. What are you hoping to get out of it? That's my thing. I love
You're just
Jones.
hoping for like an older Jones to come back. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know.
Hey, he's just an old school baseball player. I kind of like a guy like Adam Jones. You kind of root for him.
Arizona has the humidor, bro. He's not gonna be hitting bombs like he was in Baltimore. Baltimore is one of the easiest places to hit a home run.
Yeah,
So-
division as well.
All right, then here's the question: over under 12?
Under
Under 12 what? Home runs?
Yeah.
Adam
Oh,
Jones.
over 12.
Yeah?
You don't
I'm
think he
going
can hit 12?
I don't know, man. I'm thinking 10.
That's where I'm
Are
at,
you
bro.
serious? Oh,
I
I'm
know.
saying over 12. Over 12.
Well, bro, you don't understand.
I
Arizona
think he'll
has a
hit
humidor.
15. He'll hit 15 homers. Come on.
All right, so you're over then.
Yeah.
Is that our first official bet, boys?
Like the Adam Jones one.
I think he'll hit more than 10.
Like I'm not
What
gonna
is it,
give a
12?
number, but I say 12 or under. He's gonna hit.
I think he'll hit over 12.
Hey, how much you want
You
to
writing
throw?
that down, John?
I don't know if we're throwing any money in on Adam
Right.
Jones.
John, do you write that down?
It's not even-
No, you know
Well,
what?
you can
We should
write it down.
these-
You could just write it down anyways, or just put it in the
Right.
We
Oh,
Discord.
should write all these projections
We
down.
go back and listen. I'll write them down. All right. But for now, me and Aaron are on the under for sure at 12 homers for Jones. And I'm on the over that Bart drops him by the end of the first week. Bart is he's one of the most
Oh.
active guys you will find. That's why I love him so much because he loves the game of baseball as much as I do. He'll be watching every Jays game.
Yeah, I think he's the biggest Jays fan in the league.
And Habs and Packers.
Yeah.
But let's not talk about the Packers.
Yeah, we
But
went through a
no,
lot of
I don't
teams.
like Buddy Boys.
How many we got
I'm
left?
not-
Who do we miss? We missed on Biker John. We got
There's
yeah.
a couple.
Nem left,
John.
and we have Springfield Nuclear, which is Craig.
John is one of my arch nemesis. Let's just do it quick, all right? Let's quick takes.
Are you sure everybody been doing this for an hour and a half?
We have to wrap it up. So Trinos, Freeman, Moncada, Rendon, Andrews, Ozuna. Good offense already, I can tell.
Yeah, he usually produces a pretty good team.
He's one of those teams that'll be on the wire all year.
Who are we looking at? Donaldson, Trump?
He's a sniper. And he snipes
no
at like
hitter on
2:30 a.m.
Oh yeah, I was looking at his team too.
Pitching
Side-
decent at the top. I like Kluber. Grankeys, yeah, you're getting 200 innings out of both, probably. Martin, you hope for 180. Park, but see,
I like Freddie Freeman.
I think that might struggle coming to the AL East because of his pitch mix.
Meatball.
He's a soft pitcher, bro. He throws like 90, 91.
Meatball
He's a
Morton.
sinker ball.
Throws meatballs before he went to
Yeah,
Houston.
He does. When his sinkers hang in the zone, he's like Porcello go.
Do you remember when him and Roy Halladay, they broke down their like pitching mechanics? They were almost identical.
Martin and Roy Halladay?
Morton.
I believe it.
Yeah, try Morton and Roy Halladay, yeah.
Morton is a pitcher. Morton is a pitcher, and they always said if he could get a couple more hours, he'd be a beast. And he got it when he went to Houston, and look what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his bats are pretty good. It's just his pitching
He
is
had
good.
a career,
He's a
though.
balanced team. It's just he doesn't have
He's a
2 RPs. He only has got
Yeah, he's
Philip
like
Rivero, right?
Colome is going to be the closer, and Vasquez is the closer, so he's got 2.
Oh, wow.
Grab some saves, and Familia might get some saves.
Oh yeah, Colome's going to be the closer. Yeah.
He's a good closer, too. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to be
So he does
decent,
have
man.
2. Yeah. His team's pretty balanced squad. Not bad on either side. I'd say.
I don't know about Meatball this year, boys. Meatball
Who?
Morton, sorry. That's what everybody calls him in my other league.
Paul Morton, because he serves up so
He
much.
is... What is he?
He's a glorified Porcello, in my opinion.
He's 36 years old, coming over to the AL East. Well, he had a career year last year, which is clearly going to be his best year.
Will be tough.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a tough year this year.
Okay, so this next team, I would
113. I don't know. All right, not bad.
this next team I would a lot more before the injury that came out today.
Who's?
Springfield Nuclear,
Okay, I'm going
Yeah,
into that
Craig's
team
team.
right
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's his best bat. Who knows how long he's out for, but he needs him. I like Haniger. I like Puig.
Yeah, his bats are bad.
I'd say
Black
his
Card?
sleeper pick, like obviously his sleeper pick's Domingo Santana, but his next
that
one.
Hampton.
Hmm? No, I don't know. I think Domingo
Oh,
Santana is a like good pick to make in terms of like a turnaround from last year. But Ahmad Rosario may actually be a decent ball player for him this year.
I hate Rosario.
It's not like
He's only good as the
Alright.
leadoff man, and he's not going to be leading off.
well, like the way I look at a guy like Rosario and a guy like who the heck is the shortstop again for Milwaukee? Orlando Arcia, right? Guys like that, they like, Francisco Lindor apparently couldn't hit when he came to the majors. Now look at him.
He was all glove.
Well, yeah, that's what they said.
I listen. I was following his career, and when he came up, I was like, he's the glove guy.
Exactly. That's what they were saying the entire time. And now look at him.
Dealing like 20 bags.
And now look at him, man. He's a beast.
Listen, this guy's pitching staff is decent. Walker Buehler, Marquez, Arrieta, Leclerc, Will Smith, Musgrove, Sonny Gray, Pineda, Samardzija.
Yeah, it's a
Sorry,
pretty
so-
balanced team.
His pitching is kind of a risky pitching.
It is,
It
but his
really is.
Pineda's already hurt, and Sam Zija.
Well, not that Walker Buehler, like,
He
right?
can just
How are
drop
they
Sam
gonna-
Zija. It's a pretty late pick
Well,
for him.
hold on. Let's break it down. Walker Buehler. How are they going to utilize Walker Buehler? Is he going to be
Over
pitching
under,
by the end of the year?
175.
He's gonna pitch a lot because Rich Hill's out and Kershaw's.
Herman Marquez. I'm not going to lie. I like Herman Marquez.
I love him
Is
a
he
lot.
gonna, is
Yeah,
he
I like
going to
Herman
repeat?
Marquez too. Yeah.
Is he going to repeat the same kind of years he had last year? And it's like, is his K rate going to be that high? I
One of
don't
my
know, man.
rules.
He threw
One
a
of my
ton of
rules.
Ks.
I don't overpay for a good second half, and this guy was all second half last year.
Marquez?
All second half.
Dude, I had the ugliest
For me-
pitching squad last year, and I won my fantasy league. It was. I gotta find that for you. I gotta show you you guys' pitching squad, and you won't believe that I won.
Okay. Well, you know what? Listen, final take on Marquez. He's gonna get 200 innings. He's gonna get around 185K, probably like 13 wins. He's gonna be a good pitcher. As an SP2, it's dicey because of course. That's basically it. If this guy pitched on any other team, he's a bona fide ace. You watch
yeah,
him.
big time. I think he'll be good this year. I think you got him at a value pick over pick 100. For
Dicey,
Marquez,
but-
not bad.
You got to take some dicey picks to win. That's a brave pick, but it's a good pick. I just think he needs another starting pitcher in between Bueller and Marquez, and then he'll have a really good staff.
Yeah, he just doesn't have a lot of starting pitchers. He just he has a lot of bats. He's a team that has a lot of bench bats, kind of like Sam's team.
Well, he's going to be starting Carpenter. I think he's on his bench because he's hurt.
Yeah, he's got like a lot of bats that are just gonna sit.
No
on his
way
bench
he's
for a
starting
while.
Jay Bruce. If Hampson wins the job,
or Ian Happ.
Hampson wins the job. This guy's offense is deadly, actually.
Yeah, I'll help
Those-
with stolen bases a lot if Hampson gets in there.
Yeah, because I mean Rosario's not going to steal. He would be dropped, I bet, before he steals 15 bags.
Yeah.
Putting in
Oh,
for steal.
Rosario's not gonna be dropped this year.
I guarantee it is.
Well,
There's a
if he
bet
is,
right there.
if he is, someone's gonna pick him up. I think.
Turning it down, Bobcat.
I think
Right,
Aaron's
you
gonna
know
pick
what?
him up if he gets
I really
dropped.
like-
You know, he steals
You want me-
bags.
Can I tell you quickly this squad that I won last year in my
Oh,
ESPN league with?
real quick.
And you tell me how gross this squad is. This is the grossest squad I probably ever come up with. Contreras. This is last year. Contreras, Freeman, Jeff McNeil, Nolan Arenado, Manny Machado, Yasiel Puig, Michael Brantley, Michael Conforto, Didi Gregorius, and Roman Laureano was my starting bats. And here's my pitching. This is what won me a championship. Kyle Hendricks, Jose Quintana, Herman Marquez, Mike Fears, Jose Leclerc. That's what won me a championship.
Mike Fairs.
Fires.
Oh, that's the difference maker right there.
No, even doesn't matter how you say it, but like.
All right,
he's an
Bobcat.
awful-
That's a bet though on
Gone off the
Rosario.
wire.
I guarantee you he ends up on the waivers this year.
If he does, it's a big mistake.
Right.
That's a pretty solid team, though.
I think
Nice
Rosario could actually. All right, here's another bet for you.
No,
Maybe not
Craig-
that bet.
Craig
Here's
is
your
going to be a force this year. I can see already.
What's your over under on Rosario's average this year?
265.
You said 265?
Yeah, I'm taking the under.
I'm over.
What about you, Adam?
Over under 265.
For Ahmad Rosario's average.
Over. Over
Yeah, I
265.
say over.
You boys.
You boys.
All right, let's hear some bold predictions if
See,
you guys got
let's see what
some.
he's got.
Well,
Well, we got
for
one more
those-
team. Might as well just go through it.
Who?
Dem's team. Low expectations.
All
Might
right,
as well check
let's
them
see
out.
what Nem's got here.
I'm telling you right now, no one's getting
Select-
this far into the podcast.
He selected Bregman. You'd be surprised, man. Some people just want to sit down and listen.
Oh, I will tell you guys this. I'm going to be listening to this entire thing in its entirety to make some notes for the next episode, including a team name.
Yeah, we need
Alright.
a name for the pod. Yeah, we did need a name.
Fair enough.
Nem's offense, guy. I like it a lot.
We'll
Yeah,
start off with
the offense is great.
Someone
probably
that's
his best bat, which is Alex Bregman. Clearly,
easily. I love Bregman.
yeah.
That video you
Bregman's
sent me gave me chills.
I like Bregman too.
I kind of like Rice Hoskins.
I
Yeah, he
love
was
him.
on my radar, man.
Yeah, mine too. And he was a guy who went right before
Bombs this
me,
year, man.
and that's why I switched my technique.
His pitching is decent too, honestly. He needs another
Really?
closer though.
He needs his top two outfielders to stay
who's-
healthy.
Who's his second best pitcher behind Nola?
Chapman.
No, well, not pitcher. I mean, starting pitcher.
Starter? Okay.
Well, it's clearly
But I
Eduardo
like Bell.
Rodriguez, but that's not good enough.
Doesn't
Yeah, that's
matter
what
who
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Second starting
players.
pitcher isn't the greatest, but yeah, he's got some decent relief pitchers. I'll give him that.
Very clear that he's trying to do Aaron's plan of middle relief to use his percentages to take these guys who are going to be innings eaters. Like, I don't like Dakota Hudson. He's a sinker baller. I get the pick. I understand it, but he's going to be a drop. Soroka's already hurt. Sheffield, I love.
Yeah,
Wade
Wade
Miley.
Miley be a drop too.
Yeah, there.
Big-
Write that down, Sauce. Right, Wade Miley will be dropped this year.
100%. 100% he will. But listen,
There's my
as a
bold
That's my
streamer,
bold
you're going
prediction.
to – you need a win, and Houston is up against Baltimore, and Wade Miley's about to go. Are you not grabbing him off the wire?
No.
Probably not.
All right.
No.
No.
I don't like Wade
And
Miley.
Wade Miley, and
I
you don't
like him
understand.
either. He's gonna blow up your ERA and whip, man.
Ugh.
Listen to
It's
this.
kind
Wade
of like
Miley
a
was
stream,
dominant.
maybe. I'd stream him in and then I'd drop him.
You know what? I'm not going to argue over Wade Miley. We don't have the time to get into it. But Wade Miley is a hell of a pitcher, and Houston gets the most out of Dallas Keuchel, and Wade Miley's better than Dallas Keuchel, as according to stuff-wise.
I
So
don't know
why
about
can't he
stuff.
be?
That's a good
Even
thing.
in-
Wade Miley or Dallas
Not even-
Keuchel? Who's gonna be better this year?
Well,
I'll
I
take
can't say
Dallas
Wade
Keuchel
Miley.
in a
I'm
second.
gonna say Wade Miley because he's currently on a
Here's my
team.
bold prediction of the episode.
That's
Wade
true.
Miley has a better season than Dallas Keuchel.
Ooh. Well, yeah. I mean, right as of right now, he will. He can pitch one inning
You don't
and
think
get blown up.
Keuchel's
Keuchel's
gonna
getting
get.
signed?
He's gonna get signed.
He's definitely going to get signed.
Who's his agent?
There's so many teams that want it that need starting pitching, man.
Is it Scott Boras' agent?
Checking right now. Keep talking though, so we don't have.
I mean, if
What
it's not-
is your bold prediction, Bobcat? Go.
I can't come up with one right now.
Okay, well let me ask you something. Can you
It's my bold
see
prediction.
Vladdy finishing the year as a top 25 batter?
No, that's what I said. I think he's gonna hit 275.
Okay, well that's
No.
bold.
That's not bold. Is it bold?
It is bold.
All right, so there's my bold prediction of the year for week 1.
Because if he's hitting 315 with 30 bombs and 90 RBI, like they say, that's a top 25 bat.
I've heard, and you know, the most ridiculous thing was Bob McCowan. Like, out of all the people who knows baseball, who talks on the radio, other than a guy like Jeff Blair, people don't like Jeff Blair. I like Jeff Blair, but Bob McCowan thinks he's gonna hit over 330. I'm like,
Oh.
God,
How do you
dang,
predict
man.
that?
I know
How do you
you can't. I don't know how you can predict that.
Okay, Dallas Keuchel's agent, Scott Boras.
Okay, yeah, Dallas Keuchel's not getting signed till like the middle of the year.
So in that case, my bold statement is not bold at all. If
No,
that's
it is pretty bold. That's pretty good. I mean, like,
Okay.
think of
Here's-
it. Like, ask anybody who average watches baseball. Who are they picking to win more games? Probably Dallas Keuchel because they've heard of him before.
yeah.
But so in saying that, like, that's definitely a bold pick. Like, if Dallas Keuchel was on a team right now and you made that prediction, that's a bold pick.
Okay. So they're saying the Twins might sign him. If he goes to the Twins, I still think Wade Miley has a better year than Dallas Keuchel. How about that?
Could
about
be
that?
very close. That'd be very close at that point because the Twins are
Oh,
a
Adam?
good point for him to.
Adam's saying no, I think.
I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
Like, I
Adam,
just
you
don't
got
see
anything?
Wade Miley actually starting at all.
He's the number
If
3 pitcher.
Keuchel
in
gets on a
Seattle.
decent team, like he's gonna.
What do you mean you don't
He's
see
gonna
him
be
starting?
Miley.
Miley is the number 3 pitcher in Houston.
He's the number 3 starter right now, listed according to roster resources.
He's
Yeah,
a bold
okay,
prediction. If you
I
think
know.
Wade
All right.
Miley's gonna do better than Dallas Keuchel,
All
That's a
right,
bold prediction.
Sauce.
Because
Here's a-
nobody knows about Wade Miley.
Sauce.
like,
Over under. Over under 136 innings for Wade Miley.
Over, way over.
I'm gonna say under.
I got him at 150.
I'll
Did the
say,
over under? If you did the over under at 150, I would say under though.
I'll say 136.
Okay, Adam, just say a number.
For who?
Wade
Wade
Miley.
Miley. Over under 136.
How many
Thanks,
how many
Chris.
innings?
Yeah.
Over.
All right, I got another bold prediction for you. Okay, Miami's rotation will be better than Pittsburgh's rotation this year.
I can see that. Caleb Smith's not no like pushover. If he can get his ERA down,
I
he's actually a
love
pretty
Caleb.
good pitcher.
This team, and he's sitting there with Caleb Smith, who I was kind of pissed when he drafted because I had lined up for later on.
Sure.
And what a great pick, man! I owned this guy last year, and he had a stretch where he was one of my best pitchers on my entire team. Love Miami. They got Pablo Lopez, who Bart has, who I like a lot. If you're out there and Pablo Lopez is on your wire, go pick him up because the kid is sick.
There's one thing that I've never understood that me and you have talked about, John, is why do the Boston Red Sox not trade for Conley? Because he has almost the identical kind of form
You know
that
what?
Chris Sale does. And you could have Chris Sale teaching that guy how to pitch like Chris Sale.
Yeah.
And having two Chris Sales on the Boston Red Sox.
You know what, though? Conley is now in Miami's bullpen, and if anyone's out there listening to this and is looking for a middle relief pitcher to boost your stats like we were talking about earlier, go get this guy because this guy is this year's Josh Hader. He will have probably 60 innings with 100K, in my opinion. 65 innings. 100K.
He's got to get his ERA down, man.
Even if it's
The
around...
Stecken Riders doesn't have the closing job, right?
No, it's open. They said they're not naming a guy.
Oh, that's cool. So like it's going to be like a committee type thing.
And they have
His
Sergio
ERA
Ramos.
is pretty inflated.
Sorry, not Ramos. Sergio Romo. He's in the mix, too.
You got to get his ERA down.
Yeah, totally. And I don't know. I'm sick of Romo.
Ah, man, he's the guy who's like, what,
Name Romo.
36 and he doesn't go away. That's pretty good for...
One more thing about Nem's team, quick. One sleeper hitter that he has, who I really, really like this year, is Nomar Mazara.
Yeah,
I think
I
that-
like Omar Mazara a lot as well.
Take off, and what a great pick as your number 3 outfielder. Because I was gonna get him too. He's a perfect fit for my team. Runs about over 270 average, probably over 90 runs should be. Gonna be right in the middle of Texas's lineup, and what a great park to be in a horrible division, with brutal pitching. Probably the worst
Yeah, you got
division.
him pick 138. That's a good pick on. It's good value on him. He
Because
could-
I would have reached on him, honestly. If he was a bigger name in a draft where people knew how big he was, you could reach on a guy like that, no problem. But in a league like this, you don't need to. He fell right into Nem's lap, and what a steal.
Yeah, I think he could be a top 100 player. That he just got to pick 138.
There you go. On top 100, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Or sorry, Aaron, what do you think?
top 100 on Nomar Mazara in
Probably
5x5.
top 100 player.
Yeah, in 5x5 categories.
Like top 100 bat or overall?
No, top 100 overall, pitchers and bats
In
in
if you don't
5x5.
mind me just taking a look, where did he end up
Last season?
in this kind of...
Yeah, no problem. So, in 2018, Nomar Mazara had 20 homers, 77 RBI, and hit 260. 258, but let's round up.
I will say
Should have 100 more at bat.
no.
No.
Not be a top 100 player.
All right. Fair enough. Hey,
How about
It's
over
gonna
under 22 homers?
if he hits top
I
100
can
player,
see
it's
him
gonna be great.
hitting over 22 home runs.
Yeah, I can too. Yeah,
But I can also see him hitting, like, he's almost, if you want to get a guy late in the draft that's kind of like Nomar Mazara, you can go after a guy like Max Kepler. Like, they're kind of...
Who he also owns.
he also has
Oh,
Max
really?
Kepler.
I didn't look at the team, but he's kind of
No,
like
I don't
very
know about
similar.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Max Kepler's not
It's
bad.
a decent comp. Zara is a cheaper Conforto, to be honest.
Mazara, but
Yeah, Nem's got some
Mazara
good bats.
shouldn't be
His
a
bats are
cheaper
nice. I
Conforto.
like his bats. His pitching or it's all right.
That's the way I look at it. Big lefty bat, big power bat. If he hits 260 again, I'm sure Nem will be very happy. Hitting higher than 260 because I know his hit tool is very high. You could chalk some of this up as a sophomore slump, and then he's about to take the next level this year. That's why I have him at a top 100 player, probably around 90 to 100. Like he'll be at the top, but
No, I don't think so. I think he may like just be past it, but I still don't think he's gonna be a top 100 player.
You're probably thinking right where he is where he should be then at 124.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll say he's gonna stay the same. Like I'm not
Fair. That's
like
fair.
Texas isn't going out there and surprising everyone this year. I don't think.
Yeah. I don't know. They have some nice pieces. Willie Calhoun got sent down so that Hunter Pence could get a job. Did you hear that?
No, he's
Calhoun.
really Calhoun's pissed. Yeah,
Willie Calhoun needs to get out of Texas, man.
yeah. Well, he didn't report to the minor league camp.
Oh, if Toronto called up these guys and was like, "Yo, Pilar, for your boy Willie Calhoun, let's go straight up." I think Texas does it.
And I think Toronto does it too in a heartbeat.
I do. I think that'd be a good move for both teams, actually.
Well, it's not happening. Willie Calhoun's still in
Because
it for
Toronto will
this
never do that because Canada absolutely loves Pilar.
Yeah. To highlight.
No,
reel.
actually, I believe
Walking
that
highlight
those
reels.
guys are. No, those guys are shopping Kevin Pillar
I
hard.
agree because he's
If they're
contract.
smart, they would, because he's not going to be a part of the future. That's for
Listen, here's my bold prediction.
Okay.
Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro are a lot smarter than people make them out to
Oh
be.
my god.
sure. Oh yeah, I agree. Totally.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Aaron. I'm not.
Honestly,
I'm
it
happy
pisses
what
me
they're
off.
doing. It's not that
It
bad.
pisses me off when people keep shitting on them. Like, I understand they're not pleasing you, but they're doing something, in my opinion, that's going to affect this team for the greater good in the
building
long run.
They're
empire.
thinking longer. They're thinking
You
down
have
the
to.
road.
Look at
They're
the
not
Boston
thinking
Red
like,
Sox.
yeah, we got Donaldson, we got Tulo. You know, they're thinking like, get rid of those guys.
No.
We'll make our own team.
And look
We're
at the
gonna do it our
Boston
way.
Red Sox, man. Like,
So
they
they're gonna be
need
good.
to yeah, I got crapped on because I like the Boston Red Sox for a few years, but like what I like about the Boston Red Sox is I like what they do with their players. They draft and develop, and that's what Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro are doing to the
Yeah.
Blue Jays.
Yeah,
They did
Jays,
it.
It's gonna take a while, but
Did
you
it-
know what? In the end, it's gonna just continuously be pumping out guys that can come up and hit the freaking ball.
My bold prediction, speaking of the Jays, Randall Grichuk will be a top 50 bat in our league.
Oof.
Top 140
Ooh.
top 140 player.
Are you
Top
kidding?
140 player in our
Ooh.
league.
At best,
Randall
Randall
Grichuk.
Grichuk is a like Colby Rasmus on a good year.
Bro. I tell
Some
this guy-
people compare him to Trout, like he's close to Trout in some.
I
So,
so hard
Didn't-
on
didn't-
Grichuk.
Didn't he? He got drafted right around Trout, like pretty much.
yeah,
right
I know,
next
but
to
so
him.
did like a lot of guys who didn't even make the majors.
Okay, you remember how high I used to be on Grichuk, right?
Yeah,
Like, I was sending this guy StatCast stats on his bat like contact and like heart
yeah,
rate.
because we like guys who have nasty sound coming out of the bat off ball.
And
or
this
ball
dude,
off
when
bat.
he squares up, destroys the baseball.
Yeah,
We were talking about like Derek Dietrich. He just looks like a ball player when you look at him. He looks more like a player than Pilar does to me.
although
Yeah.
what they're predicting on Yahoo is for Grichuk to hit 246. I'll say the over on that one.
Over 246?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give him the over too.
Yeah, I'll give him the over.
But
It's all about the
Oh,
homers, though. It's all about the
Oh,
homers with
okay.
Grichuk. How many homers do you think Grichuk's gonna hit?
that's a
I'd
good
say
over.
25.
Over or under 28?
Ooh, under.
Under.
Over 28. I'm going over 28.
You're taking the over.
I'm going
Yeah,
under.
I think he might crack 30.
No, I'd say
Just
I'd say
30 though. He's not going to go any higher than 30.
Twenty-five
That is
best.
probably more bold than Miley over Keiko.
Oh, come on. He bats in a great division. He just needs to get his swing going. 28 homers.
Well, he
is
just needs to
possible.
make better contact with the ball. Is what he needs to do.
Yeah.
All right, this has been a good first run, though. I think. What do you guys
Yeah,
think?
yeah. Great podcast. Just got to figure out a name and
Yeah,
hopefully
and
anyone who listens,
I-
leave a.
from who I talked to, I
Suggestion
know,
in the comments.
people will want to be guests on the show, which is no problem.
Yeah, anybody want to be a guest, holler at us.
And send us questions to talk about whatever. It's like this was basically just breaking down the league, breaking down who's in the league. So when we're talking about your team later on, reference who you have because we broke down your team already.
Yeah, we're down to debate all the
Yeah.
time, and
And it's the main thing is we're just having fun here.
yeah, we're not just going to
Yeah.
talk about our league, just in case there's any viewers watching that just as like,
This is
oh,
more-
are they only talking about their league? No, we're going to talk about some
Good to
upside
reference,
players that
yeah.
we think are going to be good and who
To
we
me,
think
it's
should be owned
talking
in
about
mostly
something
other
I
leagues
love.
and stuff like that. Yeah,
To me, it's talking about something I love, which is baseball. So
Right.
I'm just gonna
I
enjoy
could-
it anyway.
Bro, I
Yeah.
could sit here and do a 10-hour podcast if you guys wanted.
yeah, we usually could.
I know we can't. No one would ever listen to it. But listen,
No,
we
me
got
and
something here.
Me and John have almost legit been talking about baseball every day for like the last 4, 5, 6
Even
years.
in the off season, I'm sending
Yeah.
videos. You're sending me videos. Like,
Yeah, we could even start something like anybody who's watching. I'll link the Discord in the in like the comments or whatever, or under the video. And yeah, anybody wants to join our Discord, shoot the shit, or like give us some advice, or
Yeah.
want to talk baseball, just yeah, I'll invite you guys to
Oh,
Discord,
I would love-
and you guys can
You want
join
to
in, and we'll talk some baseball.
please
Sounds good.
give us some pointers so we know what to work on and what not to work on, etc.
Yeah,
So we keep doing it.
yeah, it was a good pod.
All right, good talk.
I love
guys.
it. I love it.
Yeah, good pod. We'll do it next week. Sounds good.
Mhm. We'll talk after
We
the
should do like
first week of the first official
Yeah.
baseball league starts.
we could wrap up who won their matchups, who's
Yeah.
looking like a sleeper team. I don't know.
All right, take it easy, guys. It was a good pod.
All right, boys. Yeah, man. Dirty water.
Oh
Peace
God.
out.
Bye.